for 33 years. With the country's best technology. On April 2nd, 2021. This is where MPNFL happens. RPP-FM. The voice of Peninsular football.
And good afternoon, everybody. Craigo with you at the beautiful grounds here in Langwarrin for the RPP-FM footy broadcast and live radio as well of the match between Langwarrin and Seaford. Good to have you on this beautiful Good Friday. Fantastic conditions here for the players today, albeit a little bit warm. But to discuss the game further, we say good afternoon to Adam Short-Pass-Kelly and Michael Voss.
Thanks, Craigo. And warm day, big crowd, short pass, and really looking forward to this one. And Langwarrin, obviously, preliminary finalist 2 years ago. Seaford didn't make the finals, but the big question for Seaford today, their new recruit Tim Broomhead, can he sweep the Langwarrin defence aside and lead them to victory this afternoon?
Oh, it's already started.
Some of my best work, that one. I thought of that one.
Go home now, listeners. Turn off the radio. We are absolutely here live from Lloyd Park.
It's going to be a cracker.
Yeah, it is. The sun's out, guns out. Just a quick update on the reserves game. 9-6-60 plays Seaford 3-4-22. So Langwarrin getting the job. The Roos getting the job done there. Look, happy Good Friday, happy Easter, everyone. What a sensational day to be doing this. I couldn't think of anywhere else to be, Craigo.
It's certainly a beautiful day, and great to see so many people out and about on Good Friday as well. Looks like a pretty good crowd building, and judging by what we've seen in the reserves so far, the warmer conditions not playing a major role in the game itself. Yeah,
no, look, I suppose I went for a walk out in the middle of the ground, Craigo, and there's not too much wind to speak of. Everyone's just... Mate, it's such a like last week, I suppose, but with better weather, Vossi. It's there's just a fantastic vibe in the air. I was speaking to Joshy Beard, the Langwarrin coach, just a little bit earlier, and mate, he's beside himself. He's so up and about, and he's heard a little whisper that apparently some of the Mornington crew from this afternoon's game, or it's actually happening now, and we'll get you to cover those scores in a minute, Vossi. But apparently they're going to bail there and come here, mate. So I reckon by about third quarter we'll see a significant build in the crowd, but I would, as a guess, it's always fantastic. You got people everywhere on the hill behind the goals, Burdette sign, of course, and the scoreboard. Thanks to Bendigo Bank, it's what a fantastic day, Vossi. Just quickly, mate, some ins and outs for we don't like Craigo. You said earlier, mate, we've missed 2020, so we don't exactly no form. Speaking to both the coaches, they're truly up and about. Vossi, you mentioned a very important person and a great get for Seaford just a minute ago off air.
Had a heap of, I think he had 2 broken legs at Collingwood. He had a broken leg and then came back, and then I think he might have done it again.
Yeah.
Didn't play a lot of games, but showed a little bit in the time he was at Collingwood, so it's a great pickup for Seaford this afternoon. And just a reminder to the watchers here at the moment, there are 5 games happening on the Mornington Peninsula today. This is the 5th of the 5 games. The other 4 games are already at half-time or into the third quarter. We've got games at Tremarna, we've got a game at Bomb Beach, we've got a game at Mornington, and we've also got a game at Tyab. And Tyab have picked up a lot of players, but not really helping them at the moment because they're getting a fair old pasting at the hands of Ride. They're getting they're nearly 10 goals down at half-time in their game. And Mornington, I saw about 10 or 12 minutes of that game, went down there just on the way to here, and Mornington went from a goal to 4 goals by the time I left. They were 20 points in front, and they are 20, I think it's 28 points in front at half-time. So they're doing all right in their first ever game of Division 2 football. Big crowd down at Mornington as well. It's a huge crowd down there, and it's a pretty big crowd here as well. And football's well and truly back, as we said, and we just can't wait to get everyone underway. Like, obviously, we still haven't got. There's a couple of games next week that aren't playing this weekend. So we've got, I think, Sorrento playing Rosebud tomorrow.
Yes.
We've got a couple of teams like YCW and Pines and Bombers and Mount Eliza, I think, are playing next week. So there's ways to do it, and we're just getting the sort of the staggered start, if you like, but we just can't wait to see things how it goes today, because Langwarrin obviously always up there, Seaford ambitious, wanting to get back into Division 1, which are in for a very, very long time. Short pass, we've got a guest with us.
Yeah, we do have a guest, of course. He's waiting patiently. He wants to get celebrating. Well, not celebrating yet, hopefully, but, maybe. Let's see what the day should bring. We got Vice President from the Seaford Football Club, Phil. Thanks for joining us, mate. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's great to be back with local footy, isn't it? And, you can tell even through the practice matches, the crowds are coming out, and it's really exciting for all clubs.
We spoke on the footy show last week, Phil, about crowds at practice matches. What sort of crowds were you seeing, mate, in your pracky games? Because I think it was really important for the lead-up, I suppose, for the 2021 comp, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we had a local derby in the wet against Bomb Beach, first practice match, and I spoke to the umpires on the day, and I don't think that any of them had umpired a game pre-season in the wet, and you come out here today and it's 30 degrees. But the Career Club had rights to the rooms, the bar and the canteen. They went shopping 3 times during the course of the day to top up stock.
So there you go.
They're pretty happy.
For the people watching and listening, of course, that's if you have to go duck down to Woolies, that's a fair day, isn't it, Michael?
It certainly is. Now, Phil, you picked up, we spoke about him, Tim Broomhead, ex-Collingwood, played not a handful, played a little bit more than a handful, but he certainly played a bit of footy there at Collingwood. Where was the link to get him down to your club this year?
Rourke Fisher. Rourke played, of course, a bit of at Collingwood in the reserves there, and he's been trying to get a few of those guys down with us over the years, and of course, you know, it's not a cheap exercise, but no. It's certainly not an expensive exercise in our recruiting. We're pretty frugal with our dollars. It's been a good line in the sand, I think, COVID, for all clubs to get some reality back into the payments, and really that's some of the recruits we've got are really topping up for us in what is for a focus for us for bringing the young kids through, and we're pretty happy with the under-19s today. We've got over 35 19s playing, and there's some clubs obviously struggling, but
good win by the 13s too today, Phil.
Good win by the 19s.
Sorry.
And look, we've got Paul Kennedy back helping support the coaches, and his brother Steve coaching the 19s, so they've got some really good experience in the football world coming back to us.
Local football, PK.
Yeah.
Great man.
And Phil, obviously some exciting times, mate, down at Seaford with the development of the new ground and the facilities down there, mate. That's something pretty special.
Yeah, well, it's been a really tough 3 years for us not having our home ground, and the conversation started back 10 years ago with local councillor and local politicians. And I guess the level crossing project leveraged a bit of funds for us, but I went through the build yesterday, and it's just sensational. And the excitement around not just the club but the community, people, you wear your Seaford top around Seaford, and everyone wants to know when we're back there, and a lot of people, I'm sure, will come down to support us, past players, and a new young family demographic in Seaford that I think will be a great opportunity for us to grow the membership.
Yeah, good point you raised there, mate, about community, because that's what local football's all about. What does it mean for the players, and I suppose a draw card for future players to be able to to walk them around the facilities and show them what's on offer at Seaford? Well,
we're on radio, and I could show you a few photos, but it's just going to be a magnificent facility. And the guy is a project manager on site, reckons it's going to be the best facility on the Mornington Peninsula. And the ground's been widened by 15 metres. You guys would remember it was a bit of a postage stamp.
Yeah.
It's been widened to the drip line of where the old pavilion was. So it's quite a sizable ground now. And the viewing from the terraces and the deck off the end of the pavilion is just fantastic. So everyone's
the place to be.
The atmosphere will be sensational, as it always has been at Seaford, but even better.
Who's your first home game against?
Well, that's pretty tough for us at the moment, because we've actually got to raise $100,000 between the Career Club and ourselves to furnish the grounds, and we're anxiously awaiting confirmation of when we can play at home.
Okay.
And certainly to raise funds to get that $100,000 and furnish the room. So we're hoping the first game will be around the 19th. we've got our 100th celebration we're trying to target for the week after, the 26th, and of course that's going to be an exciting year for us, celebrating 100 years of footy at Seaford.
Both clubs, funnily enough, celebrating 100 years today too, mate, which is quite a milestone.
Yeah, it is, and that says a lot for the competition, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
Now, Phil, Langwarrin have been a bit of a yardstick. They're sort of always up there around the finals in this competition. Obviously, you guys ambitious, wanting to get back up into that top 5, play some finals football, all that. It's a real opportunity for your club to see where you're at right now in round 1.
Yeah, I came here today with a lot of excitement because I think today is a good test for all 3 sides. And obviously, Langwarrin have been the benchmark in the reserves for a number of years, and they're showing that this afternoon. But our 19s, that was a great game of footy, only a kick in it. Let's hope that the senior game is really good for the crowd here today, and hopefully Seaford come out, of course, with the chocolates.
What every president, aka vice president, wishes, I suppose. Well, Phil, mate, I really appreciate your time. Just quickly before you go, sponsors, mate, you wouldn't be able to function as a sporting club without your fantastic sponsors.
No, we've got a young bloke that's come on board to recruit our sponsors, and we've signed up Shannon Moore from Universal Plumbing, local plumbing supply company. He's committed for 3 years to us, which is fantastic. Gives us a lot of stability in terms of cash flow. Radden Cabinets have been with us for years, and they're again come on board and given us good support, along with a number of other sponsors. So, really great for the club, and it's important for us at the moment because without having to go back to our home ground, a lot of our early games our home games are loaded up at the end of the season. So cash flow for sponsors and not having home games is really important to us.
Phil, good luck for Seaford, not only today but for the year, and hopefully you're back on your ground really soon so you can showcase what is a fantastic facility there. So all the best.
Thanks for that. I'd just like to say one thing before I go. We had the netball on last night. The girls all wanted, I think, to get away for a long weekend.
Yep.
One of our A-grade players had a serious injury on the night. I just want to say to Langwarrin Football Club how fantastic they were in giving the support there. The sportsmanship and the camaraderie, and it's really good between the 2 clubs, and you can see they've put on a good turn today, and I hope they enjoy their 100-year celebration as well.
Oh, fantastic,
so
Phil.
Thanks for having
mate.
us.
No worries
Thanks,
at all.
Phil.
Of course, Phil, Vice President there from the Seaford Football Club, and just reiterate community and what, especially what last night means at the end of the day with what everyone's been through, Craigo, in the last 12 months or so and over. Mate, it's just a game at the end of the day, isn't it?
It is, but I think you realise how important sport is to not only our community down here on the peninsula, but communities right across the country. And it wouldn't be uncommon to see these sort of crowds right across Australia as community sport and the next tier from the professional level competition start to get going again. And if I was a player now, I'd be just itching to get out on the park because you've had a 12-month break. There should be no injuries, no niggles, anything like that. You would be well prepared. But I think one of the AFL players said it best a couple of weeks ago. They're like a kid again.
Yeah.
For their first game of footy.
No, absolutely right.
Yeah.
There's nerves, there's excitement, anticipation, and that camaraderie again. We were lucky, Vossi, enough last year to do quite a few of the toe punt football shows, and the boys were still, and the girls for the netballers were still getting around each other each and every week, and they had a really great leadership group there within a COVID team, I suppose, to keep all the players. And can you stop looking at the canteen, please? There was a really...
I'm looking to see how big the crowd is. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, sure you are. There's an egg and bacon coming for you.
No meat for me today.
I know, you're a good Christian boy. No meat on Good Friday. Very, very well done to you. And my mum, if you're listening, I haven't had any meat, mum. So you'd be proud of me. Boys, we might take a very quick break.
Before we do, we should mention our sponsors.
Yes.
Give our sponsors a bit of a mention.
No worries. Way you go, Vossi. Thank you.
Of course, Bendigo Bank. Click and TV Magic.
Yeah, look, TV Magic and Click, very, very new to come on. TV Magic for all your antenna and TV setup needs. There's a lot of people that aren't exactly tech savvy. Give old mate down there from TV Magic a buzz, and he's just come on as a fantastic sponsor of RPP FM, the voice of Peninsula football. So very, very exciting times at RPP, that's for sure. We might go to a quick break and we'll be back with the Langwarrin Football Club President very, very shortly. You're listening and watching RPP FM, the voice of Peninsula football. Yeah.
And technological innovation into all of its televisions, fridges and freezers. Chic are proud of their history. Just ask their millions of satisfied customers worldwide. Chic, a station sponsor. You're listening to 98.7 RPP.
More and more people with a taste for quality are shopping at Eliza Meats. Kevin and his lean team pride themselves on the finest cuts. It's all at Eliza Meats. People with a taste for quality are shopping at Eliza Meats. Kevin and his lean team pride themselves on the finest cuts. From juicy steaks and roasts to high-grade mince and... Eliza Meats Spitfire. Phone 9787 4473 for a mouth-watering meal fit for a king. It's all at Eliza Meats.
98.7 The Locker Room covers all sports from all over the peninsula. Every Saturday morning from 10:30 till 12. Find out what's happening locally from your sports station RPP FM. 98.7 The Locker Room.
Last week on Scrambled Eggs, this happened. Amy, what have you got planned for the rest of the week?
And welcome back here to Lloyd Park in Langwarrin. It's a big crowd here waiting for the start of the senior match. Still a little while off yet. We've just finished the reserves and Langwarrin winning that one 11-7-73. And Seaford 5 goals, 5-35. In Division 1, I can tell you that Bomb Beach is 61 points in front of Edithvale Aspendale, and I can tell you that Red Hill are 20 points in front of Dramana. And I'll give you the Division 2 scores in a moment, but I can tell you that it's not looking good for Tyabb in round 1. They are getting absolutely thumped. I think the margin was 89 points at three-quarter time. And in fact, what have we got? We've got Mornington up by 44 points.
Oh, Struth, good start for Mornington.
And Rye up by up by 91 points at three-quarter or in the third quarter, I think. So unbelievable considering. Well, we got Aaron Pacey on the Footy Show tomorrow, haven't we?
We do, as well as Josh Beard on the Toe Punt Football Show. That's tomorrow morning from 9 o'clock, Fossey.
And looking forward to getting our teeth into some local football. Obviously, last week we did a little bit, but now we're getting into it a fair bit more, and we'll go through some ins and outs and teams, and maybe make a prediction or two.
Absolutely,
but we've got another guest here, Short Pass.
Oh, geez, doesn't this man look after us every single time we come to Lloyd Park in Langwarrin? As I welcome you. Good morning, good afternoon, and almost good evening, mate. Twilight game here at Lloyd Park. How are you going, Norm? How you been, mate?
Yeah, g'day, Short Pass, Fossey, boys. Thanks for coming down and supporting us at Lloyd Park. Close community football down here. It's magnificent to see the huge crowd here today on a beautiful sunny day. Langwarrin, we're in a good position. We're looking forward to the season, Short Pass. We've got a constant list, so I think our points are running at about 22 or 23 points for the whole team. So we're looking good there from a local point of view, so not many clubs can say that, and we're fairly proud of that.
That's actually a really good point. I was going through the points this morning and I noticed that Langy all 1 point players. So just how good's that for a football club, Vossi?
And a bloke who played, well, I'm pretty sure he played over 100 games at Essendon. He's a local boy and he's back, Mark Bagley. Must be great to have him back too.
Yeah, Baggers has got the number 7 on, so he's back on deck, and looking forward to seeing him run around the park this afternoon. Into the evening, so we've pushed our game plan back 2 hours today to run it in, just make it a longer day for everyone. But it's certainly getting the punters down, and looking forward to see the boys run out very shortly.
Absolutely. Now, mate, I know you've got some exciting things happening here in the very, very near future. Talk about let's have a quick convo about that. Yeah,
thanks, Short Pass. We've been lobbying fairly hard over the journey from my day back in 15 years ago with the juniors starting over there and now over here, and Frankston Council, state government and federal have been really good and supported us through the development of the new rooms. So once this season's completed, end of final series I believe it is, because I believe we'll be playing finals.
Yes, no doubt.
The old building here, built in 1974 by the members that are still sitting up there enjoying the day today.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
That'll be bulldozed and we'll have a brand new $7 or $8 million facility here to enjoy.
What does that mean, I suppose, Norm, for the football club? Just speaking with Phil, Vice President of Seaford, mate, and they're currently going through it now, and what it means for them as a community more so than just a football club. It's so much more, isn't it?
Yeah, look, it takes us to that next level from a community point of view, an asset for Lloyd Park. I mean, 3 grounds, brand new lights, brand new rooms, brand new netball courts, tennis courts. It'll be a magnificent sporting hub for the whole community on the peninsula.
How long does that sort of facility expect to take to build?
Vossi, I think they said about 15 to 18 months.
If Norm's got anything to do with it, Vossi, you'll be 6. You watch, you get the members down, mate, and they'll be laying the bricks themselves.
No, all these clubs going through it, like Mornington obviously are going to be building something soon. Seaford have gone through the process. Langwarrin, Crib Point have done something as well. There's a whole heap of teams. It's great.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
It is. Look, it's great for local football, and a special shout out and thanks. I'm quite the political man, but federal, as you said, Norm, federal, state, and local governments, it wouldn't be possible without them, would it?
Look, it's been great. The investment into Lloyd Park and surrounds and Seaford. Look, it's been magnificent. It's been a long time coming.
Yep.
But we've got the cricket club here, the junior footy club, the senior footy club. All the stakeholders in Lloyd Park will be able to use it. Other community facilities around Langwarrin will be able to use it. It's a 300-seat function room upstairs. Frankston Council, to their credit, have been magnificent in having us buy into the whole process. So kudos to them, but we can't wait.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, mate, a good friend of RPP's as well as I think of yours now, Peter Murphy. She had a huge part in getting this across the line as well.
Yeah, Peter's been instrumental down here helping us. She always has been, and hopefully always will be, as part of our club down
Fingers
here.
Crossed, mate.
And we welcome Peter down here anytime, and she's a great supporter of ours.
Yep, absolutely, mate. As I like to always talk about your sponsors, I know they're a huge part of the Langwarrin Football Club, and some good friends.
Yeah, very much so. Along the journey,
committee.
short past and Vossi, I've met a lot of friends, made a lot of friends within the local community, being part of the football club, and Andrew Burdett and Michelle Graham and Mark Stott, all those guys from O'Brien's, Burdett's, Graham Quarries. And to mention that there's a lot of sponsors on our fences there, as you can see. A&L Cabinets, Do Catering, Digging for a Living. These guys, we couldn't do it without them, and they're a magnificent assistance to our club.
Mate, is, I suppose, exciting things to come from Langwarrin Football Club. Great win by the reserves. Couldn't quite get across the line in the 19s. I was speaking to Josh Beard earlier, and he said that a lot of those are younger boys who've just come up.
Yeah, look, our 19s list is probably 2/3 of them are first year 19s, but it's Langwarrin to Langwarrin, and we've got a flood of kids over the next 2 or 3 years we've forecasted coming over to the senior group. So our challenge is to keep those kids within blue and white. And keep them engaged with Langwarrin Football Netball Club. So we'll work on that pretty hard in the background with our junior development. And there are other things happening in the background that we will release to the media going forward once we have the new rooms established. So
plenty to come.
The group will get bigger and bigger and stronger, and the intent is to make this the strongest football club on the peninsula.
Yeah. Mate, I love it. I love what you do down here. I love what the committee does down here, and Langwarrin, it's almost the hub of Frankston, mate. Good luck today. Good luck to the Langwarrin Football Club. Round 1 football on Easter Good Friday. How bloody good's this? Norm, of course, you're always a legend when we come here, mate. We really appreciate your hospitality, and good luck.
Thanks, guys, and welcome you down here, and thanks for supporting the Langwarrin Football Netball Club.
No,
cheers.
You're welcome, mate. Well, there you go. Straight from the horse's mouth. Norm, of course, just bleeds blue and white. Craigo, we don't get looked after any better at any other football club, do we?
Isn't it exciting too that there's all this money coming into the local sporting facilities? I drove past the Seaford complex probably about a week ago. Absolutely sensational, and if they're going to build another complex here, absolutely fantastic as well. So all looking good for the local AFL clubs here in this part of the world, and obviously today will be a test for these two teams, and they're both on the park ready warming up.
Absolutely. So with that said, we might take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the match of the day thanks to the Bendigo Bank here at Lloyd Park. You're listening and watching the voice of Peninsula football.
Trust. Respect. Collaboration. For 33 years. With the country's best technology. On April 2nd, 2021. This is where MPNFL happens. RPP FM. The voice of Peninsula football.
Welcome everyone to Lloyd Park for the start of the round 1 MPNFL season. I'll hand you over to the commentators as we are about to kick off play.
Thanks very much, Sus, and welcome again everybody to our live broadcast this afternoon of the Good Friday clash between Langwarrin and Seaford here at Lloyd Reserve in Langwarrin, and calling all the action this afternoon, Adam Short-Pass Kelly and Michael Voss.
Oh, Vossi, there's just an odour, isn't there? I want to make a quick mention too, of course, is the Royal Children's Good Friday appeal. I heard the sirens of the Country Fire Authority, or whatever they're called now, going around the streets of my hometown, and so make sure if you've got some spare change, at, whether it be at an intersection, or you can ring up to the telethon today, get behind the Royal Children's Hospital, because they need it so they may grow.
Yes, a special mention too, short pass to the guy in the koala suit in Cranbourne today, because with the 30-degree day, mate, he'd be doing it pretty tough.
He'd be absolutely sweating his piece out, wouldn't he, Craig? He'd be on double time, I'm sure.
He would be, but yes, great cause today, and certainly we ask everybody to give generously. It looks like, boys, they're just about ready for the first bounce.
You're the diplomatic one, short pass. You can sort that out.
No, that'll come about. Don't you worry about that.
Looking forward to this afternoon and into the evening. It's obviously 4 o'clock, and we're going to start the game now. And this is the last of the 5 games happening on the peninsula this afternoon, and some big margins happening with Bond Beach up by 61 points against Edithvale Aspendale, and Rye up by 91 points against Tyab, and Tyab at home. Bit expected of them this year, but boy oh boy, round one, these sort of results can happen. But here we go to start football for these two sides for the first time in basically 18 months, and once again the umpire's going to call for a ball up. Big Red in the ruck. He was beaten on that occasion. It's taken by Peach. He lost control. Now he gets it back. He gets a defensive hand pass, and they go forward here. Langwarrin towards the half-forward line. No mark taken. Ball on the ground. Still an opportunity now for good tackle applied. And the umpire says that is holding the ball. And the player who gave the tackle, a very good tackle it was the man who's the local boy who's come back in Mark Bagley. Now kick inside, attacking 50 towards full forward. Ball knocked down, a chance on the right foot. A snap at goal is off target and through for it behind. It was kicked through by Bateman there on that occasion. So we've got Langwarrin at 1 behind, and Seaford yet to score, and we're playing a minute in the opening quarter.
Convincing start by Langwarrin. Vossi, Red Norton already just dominating in the ruck.
Bagley just looking to get in and get a good tackle early, and just basically get his hands on the football early. Get down and get dirty, basically, even though it's a warm day out here this afternoon. Long kick for Seaford towards the centre wing. The bright yellow football this afternoon. Ball on the ground, a hand pass over the top, and they can go forward again here, and they do. A hand pass. Rayson's got it, runs to 50, goes in short. Not picking up the ball there on that occasion. He probably should have gone to the top of the goal scorer. He went for a little sort of sideways kick towards a teammate, and it just slid off the side of the boot a little bit. Now the umpire says I'm going to ball it up.
A little bit too cute too soon, I reckon, Vossi. Just like last week, we saw some skills not quite pay off early days in 2021.
Samuel Loney was the player he was looking for inside attacking 50 on that occasion. So once again, the umpire says I'm going to ball it up. The attacking side of centre here for Seaford.
If you have viewers and listeners, I'm going to take some stats today, just some pretty quick and easy stats regarding Baggers and Broomhead, of course.
Long kick inside attacking 50. Loney with the long chain of Loneys. I'm talking Ken and Nathan and Ryan and that sort of family. So it's another Loney in the fold, which is good to see. Short pass. Inside attacking 50, but the mark has been taken there by Blake Harkness, who's got it between left full back and left half back. He's about 35 metres out from the goal. He's defending. He goes to go down the ground. He's looking down there for Big Red, who taps it over the top. It's going to be picked up here for Seaford. They go with a big hand pass towards the centre of the ground. It's going to be picked up there by Broomhead. He got the hand pass. Wasn't the greatest. Still an opportunity here. If they can get the ball out, but Langwarrin turn it over. Langwarrin get the turnover, I should say. Kick towards full forward. It bounces. It's kicked off the ground, but it's been touched there right at the last split second. So Langwarrin are 2 behinds, and Seaford are yet to score. We've played 3 minutes in the opening quarter. We're live here, thanks to the Bendigo Bank.
Couple of the 19s boys playing up to today for Langwarrin, Vossi, Mulvogue and Sullivan.
So Seaford looking to switch play, and they do. Out towards the far side of the ground, Braun's got it. He goes in short. Looking there for a teammate who takes the mark in Bryce Lloyd it is. He's a defensive half-back, goes in short. Now they can get off the chain here a little bit. They go towards centre half forward. Mark being taken. I think it's by Ravenel.
Seaford looking very good when they play possession football, moving the ball quickly, Vossi.
He goes in short, looking for a teammate at attacking 50. Couldn't quite pinpoint the pass, still an opportunity. Ball's picked up, about 40 metres out from the goal, just trying to pinpoint a pass there towards the pocket in Filipponi, but the ball goes through his hands and over the line for a boundary throw-in.
Is it just me, Vossi, or is Big Red Norton looking very trim and fit?
Oh, I tell you what, he hasn't got any shorter, that's for sure, Big Red.
No, he hasn't gotten any shorter. I walked past him earlier when he was getting ready, and geez, what a unit he is.
He's waited 18 months to have physical contact with someone. Now he's on the footy field I'm talking about. There's a snap at goal, and there's a goal kick for Seaford. And they've got the first goal, 1 straight 6, and Langwarrin are 2 behinds, and that is... time for a break. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football. Of course, you are watching or listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football as well.
Filipponi, number 13 for Seaford, kicking the first major for the day, Vossi. So great outcome for the...
How many times am I going to hit my head today, do you reckon?
Probably quite a few, mate. I haven't seen you for the first hour and a half of this day, so Jetty Road thanks you.
So Norton gets the ball down in the centre of the ground, but it's taken away for Seaford. They go towards half forward. Leading in the race to the ball there is Hamill. He got tackled though, and he's been penalised for holding the ball.
Took on the runners, Vossi, got tackled.
So good pressure here for Seaford. They're just asking a few questions of Langwarrin early. Short pass. And I called Broomhead before it wasn't. It's Broomhead who's got the ball now. And he will go. It's Bashir who's got
it. Yep. Plays on quickly.
Yeah. Broomhead number 8. I called him number 7 before. Quick kick out of defence there for Langwarrin out towards the half-back line, the defensive 50. They will get the ball back here. They go with a short pass, but it's a scrubby-looking kick. It was smothered off the boot, I think. Still a chance Langwarrin can go down the scoreboard side of the ground, and so he can just go with one bounce, and they go inside attacking 50, going up, and good defensive pressure there for Seaford. Just knocking the ball down there on that occasion.
Seaford haven't really been given much of an opportunity to play defensive football yet, Vossi. They're doing all the attacking at the moment. So a great bit of vision there for Seaford defence coaches, I suppose, if you like.
Angeloni was the player who knocked the ball away on that occasion. So they take the ball away again here. Seaford, they're looking to go down that far side of the ground. They're not sort of bringing the ball out here
No,
too
they
much
always
in the
do,
early
if you
stages.
remember, Vossi. They always like to play on that scoreboard side.
Defensive hand pass and another one ends up in the centre of the ground, but overrunning the ball gives it Seaford an opportunity to come in, but a high kick for Langwarrin by Matthew. It was inside attacking 50. Ball hand pass back, a hand pass over the top now, and getting the ball is Bagley in the pocket. He gets a hand pass over. Still an opportunity. Good tackle applied. They're still applying the pressure is Seaford. They're not letting them, Langwarrin getting an easy touch here. There's a check side kick.
Across the face.
Target and through for a behind. So 3 behinds plays 1 straight 6. Seaford up by 3 points.
I dare mention his name, Vossi, because you'll absolutely pace me. But Mitch Cuthbert, of course, my boy, Mitch.
You love him.
Oh, geez, just a silky full backman. Great possession, head over the ball. Second, third effort was able to set up that play for Langwarrin. Unfortunate.
So short pass out
Yes,
of
mate.
defence.
Oh, sorry.
How many times are we going to do that? Long kick. Churcher at the back going up there and knocking the ball away was short passes boy and Mitch Cuthbert over the line.
Absolutely. The golden fist is Cuthbert. Geez, he's put on some weight as well. Both teams looking extremely fit and definitely been in the weights room, Vossi.
I tell you what, Big Norton's a big fella, but Big Macklin Rain, he's the ex-YCW ruckman, and I tell you what, he's a big boy as
He's
well.
a
We're in the number
big
57
boy.
for Seaford. There's a tackle applied, and oh no, that's out of bounds. Yeah, it is definitely. So
We will
throw it back into play. Seaford a 1 straight 6. Langwarrin a 3 behinds. We played 8.5 minutes in the opening quarter. We're live here thanks to the Bendigo Bank.
We will be having, of course, Joshy Beard on the Toe Punt Football Show tomorrow to wrap up this game.
Is he coming in?
Yes, he's going to come into the studio tomorrow, Vossi, to talk about today's game. Hopefully for him, we'll be talking to a winning coach. Hopefully for Seaford, we won't be.
Wow. Yeah, no, and we've got Aaron Pacey, of course, on tomorrow.
We've got
as
Azza
well.
today. There's plenty to discuss with Aaron Pacey from the Tide Football Club.
There's a short pass there by Kobe Frey, back towards full back. Switching the ball out towards the broadcast side of the ground now. Quick kick down towards Ravenel. Couldn't take the mark. Good tackle applied there on that occasion by Noel Bogan. The umpire says it was held to him. I'm going to ball it up about 60 metres out from the Langwarrin goal.
Bit of a lull in the game at the moment, Craigo. Just both players trying to get a major on the scoreboard.
Yeah, at the inside 50 so far, 4 apiece for both teams, but certainly you have to say that Seaford have had the better chances. Just haven't been able to get the ball through the big sticks.
Harkness goes inside attacking 50 and getting the ball and snapping at goal, and his goal has been kicked on that occasion. I think it was by Herdman who put the goal through. So Langwarrin have their first, they're 1-3-9. Seaford a 1 goal straight 6. I believe it was 29, yeah.
Yeah, it was. That's Shannon Herdman for our viewers and listeners. And right on cue, Craigo, of course, as we're saying, the big sticks, the ball comes to ground, picked up by Shannon Herdman, and of course snaps for a goal. Fantastic play there by Langwarrin Football Club.
It proves if you can get the ball to the man that's free, they've got a good opportunity to put the ball through.
Yeah,
Seaford have been a bit scrappy in the inside 50 at the other end.
Yeah, they have been. I suppose that's thanks to the defensive pressure of the Langwarrin Football Club, and you know, geez, both teams playing defensive football. It's definitely defensive football at the moment, Vossi.
Ball back in the middle. Seaford with the kick off the ground towards their half-forward line, but going back and just kicking the ball off the ground to himself there. Now creates a bit of distance for himself. Is the Langwarrin player in... that was Bateman. Now they go forward again, the Langwarrin side towards half-forward. Going back, not taking the mark there on that occasion was the player in Vansittart. Still a chance on the ground. Good tackle applied. And the umpire says, I'm going to ball it up. Matthew, the man with the tackle on that occasion. So...
Mulvogue, one of the under-19s boys that I mentioned earlier, very silky with his decision-making then, just a little scrubber along the ground.
Off the hands of the pack, Peach, a snap, and he's missed to the near side.
Unfortunate.
We've had 18 months off, and I reckon Joshy Beard's been spending styling his.
He has, mate. He's been phoning me and texting just for little pointers and what products to use. I can
tell you've been in contact.
I was very, very disappointed. He shaved it off a few months ago, and he copped some heavy criticism for it, may I say, Vossi. So it came back quick sticks, mate.
I was going to say probably the happiest person in his life is probably his partner.
Yes, she was. She was extremely happy.
So Langwarrin with the opportunity.
Do you know what I?
Through Herdman,
do you know what I like seeing again? Just Blake McCormack, the snake, and Beardy just exchanging words there. They're both very vocal.
Herdman a shot from 50, and that goes straight over the top of the goal umpire's head, and through it goes. So 2-4-16, Langwarrin Seaford 1 straight 6. And we're live here thanks to the Bendigo Bank and with our other great sponsors as well of TV Magic and Click.
TV Magic for all your antenna and just general.
Then call TV Magic Frankston and the Peninsula. Call Clint for a free quote on 0484 395 555. TV Magic, we make your TV problems disappear.
Right on cue. Peter Susovich, I love it. TV Magic, new sponsor of RPP, as the umpire has the ball in the centre of the ground again. He throws it up. Vossi.
Langwarrin with the last 2 goals of this game to go 10 points in front. And they go inside attacking 50. That's a beautiful kick, but it wasn't good enough there. The full forward just sliding in and not being able to take the mark. So Seaford the opportunity to clear.
Seaford with space here, Vossi.
Out towards the half-forward line goes the ball, and it's picked up there by Scully. He goes towards attacking 50. A hand pass, a good tackle applied, and not going too far. Langwarrin have locked it up here at attacking 50 for Seaford. The umpire says, I'm going to ball it up.
Seaford there putting a lot of pressure on his teammate there with the handball inside. Just got wrapped up.
That mark should have been taken.
Yeah, it should have been straight off his chest, wasn't it, Craigo?
So Seaford just trying to
that's
get
high
the answering
umpire.
goal here.
Go wider, Brendan.
Towards full forward, it was smothered, so they had to play on there, Seaford, but didn't exactly help their cause because Langwarrin, well, they should clear the ball. Still, oh God, short pass.
Wider.
They're going to kill me by the end of the day.
I've got Phil on close-ups. No, I haven't. I've got Phil on.
So 35 metres out from the Seaford goal. They trail by 10 points. Big Norton gets the ball down. Quick kick, but it's going to be marked. And it was marked there by Hamill.
Hamill's already having an impact on this game in the back line, Vossi.
He goes out
Great
towards half-back. Mark has been taken there by Luke Churcher. He goes over the top. Now they can clear down the line to a one-on-one contest. But the one for Seaford was too good on that occasion in Bryce Lloyd. He's got it right in front of where Josh Beard is standing and where we're broadcasting from this afternoon. Long kick towards half forward. Ball off the pack. A chance for Ravenhall. Around the corner goes the kick and Big Red takes the mark, although it might have been touched. He thought it was. He played on anyhow. He didn't kick it, which is probably a good thing, but he got a good hand pass up and enables Langwarrin to get to the races. Never give the ball to Ruckman and let him kick it. That's
and that's why he handballed it. He knows his job, Vossi.
Yeah, no, he does. He does. He can kick a goal too. We know that. We've seen I think he kicked 2 or 3 and a quarter in the game a couple of years ago.
Didn't his teammates get up and about?
Oh, they loved it. And he loves kicking a goal too.
He does. Look at me, he says.
There's a short pass and right below the small score, but it's Langwarrin taking the mark. 2-4-16, plays Seaford 1 straight 6. We've played 16 minutes in the opening quarter. This Twilight special on Good Friday. Hope you can stay with us right throughout the afternoon into the early evening. Should be a crackerjack game as Hamill there again getting the ball and just setting play up from the back line. They go in short to defensive 50 and the mark has been taken here, Langwarrin. They can just ease their way out of trouble.
Langwarrin 2-4-16 plays Seaford Football Club 1 straight 6.
Hamill another possession.
17 minutes just gone.
Goes in short and the mark was taken by Tuttenham and they can go here but straight down only as far as Big Macklin Rain. And I'll tell you what, he's a big unit, but I tell you what, he's short compared to Big Red. He's a Good kick of the ball, Macklin. Rainey goes towards.
Oh!
There's a good kick. And Walton showing off the skills. He takes the mark with the left hand.
Geez, we know this boy can kick a goal, don't we, Vossi? Just what a beautiful one-hander. Drew the ball in. Great effort.
Former vice-captain of the MPNFL Interleague side there a number of years ago.
First inside 50 for Seaford that's actually been caught this afternoon.
Yeah.
So, Walton it is. So he'll go back from 50.
Langwarrin Football Club just getting behind him.
He goes with a high kick. It's not going to be a goal. It goes down towards full forward. There's about 3 Langwarrin players who went up there. They might have spoiled each other. Ball on the ground, still an opportunity. No, the danger's been averted. Well, the umpire's given a free kick, has he?
Geez, Craig, almost a scrummage type scenario with a game that probably is closer to your heart, mate.
Well, stacks on the bill there.
It was stacks on
the bill and the goal square, as they say, but rushed through for a behind in the end.
Short pass out of defence. It's 9 points the margin in favour of Langwarrin. Not quite the goal fest we saw last week in the first quarter of Pearstone, but a good game of football nevertheless between two sides that have high ambitions this year, I guess.
Vossi, for our viewers, I don't know if we can get a shot of this, but there's a French bulldog that seems to be looking at the bottom of your trousers. You're not hiding any burgers or anything down, little sausages down the bottom of your trousers. There's a little Frenchy bulldog, black and white number, just staring at you. He wants a piece of you.
Meat-free Good Friday for me, so no, definitely not. Might be Crago, actually.
I'm just checking for any fish fingers, actually.
Are they fish? I don't know if they are.
Well, it could be like nuggets.
Not quite chicken either.
Yeah.
Another mark inside 54, Langwarrin Football Club. That's what happens when they move the ball really swiftly, Crago. Just great possession.
And it is Mark Bagley with the ball.
Watch them get around him if he kicks this, Vossi.
Absolutely. Herdman kicked one from here about 5 minutes ago.
Herdman with 2.
He's probably a little bit closer, actually. He's probably 40 out. He has the shot. He pulls it a little bit. He's missed. So the crowd, you could tell by the crowd was very silent there on that one. Langwarrin 2-5-7-8, Seaford 1 goal, 1-7. We will update you with other scores happening around the peninsula very, very soon. But I can tell you that some of those games have blown right out. Mornington were up by over 7 goals against Coringal. Rye were up by 91 points against Tyab. Bomb Beach were up by 61 points against Edifal Aspinall. It was a 20-point margin in favour of Red Hill against Tremana. That was a short time ago. So
those early season blowouts would be a bit of a worry for the coaching staff for those teams too, Vossi.
Round one happens sometimes. You get blown out in round one, and you come back and you maybe not quite as ready as you thought you were, and you get your pants pulled down and get a nice old spanking, and then you pull your pants back up, and then you go to work again. It's a fair way.
There's kids around.
No, well, you hear the expression. You get your pants pulled down. AFL coaches use it.
Mate, I'm 40, not 3. I've heard the expression. You get your pants pulled down. Spanked. Why are you blushing?
It's warm here. It's actually warm. I'm actually sweating.
You are. You're perspiring. Maybe it's because that little Frenchie just giving you a wink.
10 points is the margin in favour of Langwarrin.
Silence says it all.
High kick towards half forward, just getting in front there and taking the mark as Walton. There you go, just hit me about third time already. Walton goes for the kick towards full forward. Going back but not being able to take the mark there on that
that's
occasion.
a goal.
It didn't matter because that ball bounced and then it took a little turn back towards the goal front and it's been put through for a goal. And the player who's kicked the goal is Aaron Walton.
Zanecki just doing all the work there, just tunnelling his opponent underneath the ball, expecting to take the mark, but went over both their heads, Vossi, took a right down Albuquerque, went through for a major. Fantastic.
Zanecki should have taken that mark, which would have been
it went straight over his head, mate. Jeez,
well,
give
he got
him
his
a break.
opponent out of the way, and he's there and he's on his own. He should plunk that, one grab.
Okay, all right.
In fairness, no, I've got to be fair. Harsh but fair.
Oh, you are harsh.
Oh, mate.
So, players lock up in the centre of the ground. But no mark taken. Ball on the ground and into the open goal is a goal kick for Langwarrin, and I have a feeling it might have been. I have a feeling it might have been Dormer who kicked the goal.
I think you might be right.
Number 30, I think it was, yeah.
So a good goal there for Langwarrin to answer that goal by Aaron Walton.
Something from nothing, Craigo, just out of the pack, very quick. Ball comes to ground again. That's where Langwarrin really come into their own with their small forwards. Just those runners around the feet, able to pick it up and kick a goal.
Yeah, they've been fairly measured so far with their inside 50 targets, but that one was just one of those ones that found the right player and quick kick, the goal.
Exactly. Something from nothing.
And the Bulldogs are 1 straight 6. North Melbourne are 1 behind in the early stages of their game at Marvel this afternoon. Bulldogs starting the season very, very impressively. They should win comfortably today, you would have thought, but you never know. Here's an opportunity for Langwarrin. That was Andrew Arthur who got the ball over towards his teammate now. Long kick at goal is off target and through for a behind. They're up to 3-6-24. They're wasting a few opportunities here, boys. 2-1-13 Seaford. They haven't been dead set easy shots. Probably Bagley's was probably the easiest one, but they've missed a few.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and that's credit to Seaford, I suppose, with their pressure outside 50, because that's where most of it's come from, and just closer to goal, I suppose.
Long kick out of defence, good mark.
Great mark, Bashir.
So Seaford just looking to get one before quarter time. We're 23.5 minutes in the opening quarter. Zarnecki went up with one hand there on that occasion.
Should have he got that one too?
Well, he probably ran under that ball, but
would have been about 3 metres above him.
You got to go with two hands, though. That's probably what you should do. No, look, he ran under the ball. To be fair, he did run under the ball on that occasion. Short pass by Peach, and his Langwarrin teammate had it before and had it spent in Harkness. Still an opportunity there. Church had got might have got one in the back. The umpire said no, and the umpire says I'm going to ball it up. So Langwarrin up by 11 points, and we're near on quarter time.
An idea of our master officiators today. Vossi, do you know any of their faces?
Haven't really looked close. I'll find that out for you soon. Short pass.
Thank you.
So good tackle applied, and that is holding the ball.
Biggs, he's been quiet today. Always know Biggs. He's thick through the chest and covered in tats.
Kick towards Zarnecki, who's got it between wing and half forward. Now he goes to the big long kick towards the top of the goal square. Going up but no mark taken. The Langwarrin defence should win out on this occasion. They do win out, and knocking the ball through was the player there in Golby over the line for a behind. So Seaford up to 2-2-14. Langwarrin 3-6-24. We're live here thanks to the Bendigo Bank.
Hamill's coming off for a spell. What a start of the game he's had, Craigo.
Well, he's probably had about 10 possessions so far.
He's certainly been one of their better players in the opening quarter.
Just having a word with Blake the Snake McCormack. Blake's asking to move the ball quick as they just pass our commentary position on the wing side.
They've got the overlap there, so they can go over the top one. That probably wasn't the greatest. They needed to get it and get it back. Not quite. High kick towards half forward. And that will be out. No, it bounced inside the field of play. The Langwarrin player took his mouth guard out and waited for the ball to go out the full, but it never did. And then he had to go back and try and tackle. So Seaford with the opportunity now to go to half back. Now Tim Brumed's got it. He's at half back. He goes with a high kick out towards the half forward line. It's gone to a 2-on-3 contest in favour of Langwarrin. I think that might have been a throw. The umpire said no. A short pass towards the attacking 50, but the Langwarrin defence will win out once again. And kicking the ball over towards the player there in Smythe. If he can pick the ball up, he can. He gets a hand pass. Ravenhall was attacking him, but he got the ball over the top now. Kick out towards Churcher. who's got it at half-back, 60 metres out from the goal. He's defending. Goes in short. And the mark is taken there by Dolby. They play on towards the attacking side of centre wing, but going back and taking the mark. And it looks like it is Zarnecki with the ball. Harry.
Smythe, of course, coming from the Dramana Football Club with a flag, Vossi, then comes back home to continue play with his boys.
So here's an opportunity for Seaford to go through the middle of the ground. By Braund it was towards the attacking 50. Langwarrin defence just eating this up at the moment. A short pass over the top. It was, I think it might have been by Bagley actually. They can play on, they go down the non-commentary side of the ground, they go down the scoreboard side, but they turn the ball over now. An opportunity here for Seaford once again. They go in short and the mark has been taken. It's been taken by Harvey. He goes towards the centre of the ground and Big Macklin Rain's got it. So he will go with a high kick towards centre half forward. Go and get that one. Oh. That's better. That's why he went with one hand, Harry. Good on you, Harry. He took a mark 65.
But he should have used two hands, Michael.
He's too far out to score, but that was a good effort. That's why he went. Yeah, there you go. So that quarter time was a good effort, though.
Was. Beautiful mark taken.
At quarter time, it is Langwarrin 3-6-24. Seaford 2 goals, 2-14. 10-point margin in favour of the home side. We'll be back to give you a few more scores of what's happening around the grounds. Of course, this is the late game happening, the 5th and final game happening in MPNFL football on Good Friday. Easter Friday. Chocolate day today for some. Maybe I might have a chocolate when I get home for the footy tonight. That'd be nice.
I bet you will. Good Friday appeal. Dig deep so they may grow. I think that's still the catchphrase, is it, Craigo?
Oh, I think it is, yes.
I think they're going for 20. They're aiming for 20 mil, but we'll see what they get. You're watching, listening to RPP, the voice of local football.
Data points. Then talk to TV Magic, Frankston and the Peninsula. TV Magic are your local TV and antenna specialist. We look after everything: TV, home theatre, satellite, plus all electrical work. Visit us at tvmagic.com.au or contact Clint for a free quote on 0484 395 555. TV Magic. We make your TV problems
More and more people with a taste for quality are shopping at Eliza Meats. Kevin and his lean team pride themselves on the finest cuts, from juicy steaks and roasts to high-grade mince and sausages. And Eliza Meats are the gourmet specialists. Inquire about Eliza Meats Spit Hire. Phone 9787 4473 for a mouth-watering meal fit for a king. It's all at Eliza Meats.
When your future feels uncertain, it's time to ask for help. Bendigo Bank has been helping our customers through tough times for over 160 years. If you're a Bendigo Bank customer, talk to us about ways we can help you through this one. We have financial assistance packages available, so don't wait. Visit our website or contact your local Bendigo Bank branch. Together, we'll see you through to better times. Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
A station sponsor.
RPP,
Last week on
broadcasting
Scrambled Eggs,
24/7.
this happened. Amy, what have you got planned for the rest of the week?
I started to do some study. Yeah.
So can we ask what you're studying?
Psychological anthropology.
I'm learning to juggle. so now there's the difference. That's why this works so well. So tune in every Wednesday and Thursday, 6 o'clock till 9. Scrambled eggs. Love
Discover
it.
the fresh new look at Woolworths Baxter. We're excited to showcase our new fresh food market, bursting with delicious fruit and veg. Check out our in-store bakery and explore our range of breads and sweet treats, all baked daily for you. Head down to the new look Woolworths Baxter today.
Welcome back to Langwarrin v Seaford here today. It's quarter time and the late game of Good Friday. Langwarrin's 3-6-24 to Seaford 2-2-14. Around the grounds, because this is a late game. Dramana lose by a point against Red Hill and the seniors. 8-14-62 to 8-15-63 at Dramana, so that's a big one. Bombay Beach, jeepers creepers. 24-13, 157 to Edie Asps. 7 goals, 4-46. That's Div 1. Div 2, we have Rye. 20 goals, 9, 129 to Tyab, 6-4,
40, and Jeepers Mornington. Big winners over Kringle. They'll like that over at Langwarrin. They don't like Kringle at all. 22-12, 144 to Kringle, 10 goals, 15-75. Back to you guys, boys.
Some big scores there, Vossi and Short Pass, and also just quickly in the AFL. We're 15 minutes into the first quarter, and Western Bulldogs 2 straight 12. My boys, the Kangaroos, 1-2-8.
Oh, Kangaroos, boys.
Some very interesting scores there, Short Pass.
Yeah, look, very, very interesting. But right here and right now, Vossi, at Lloyd Park, we're watching a very impressive quarter of football by both teams, really.
Very impressive quarter by that man right there, number 4 for Langwarrin, Nick Hamill. He's had a very good start.
Nick has been very, very good. And Smythe, as well as my boy... who am I thinking of?
Mitch Cuthbert.
Mitch Cuthbert, of course, and really the same. Hasn't Broomhead been a little bit quiet? Had his hands a little bit on the ball, but not as what you'd expect, I suppose.
Find his feet and all that sort of stuff. He'll get to the pace of the game and he'll get himself involved. Don't worry about that. But
Bolton been very dominating too. Goal kickers, Langwarrin, Herdman with 2 and Dormer with the 1, and just the 2 goal scorers for Seaford, Philip Home with 1 and as Walton for 1 as well. Late in that, relatively late in that first quarter as the boards go up for both sides. Be very, very interesting. I wonder if I don't think we've got anyone in the huddles having a chat, having a listen, to the coaches. What would you say, Craigo, if you're a coach out there, mate? How would you be directing your boys? Put you on the spot, mate. Under the bus you go.
Oh, look, I think both teams have been a little bit scrappy in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
And I think they've obviously got to improve their direct passing to their teammates. And I think inside 50s, 12 to Seaford and 8 to Langwarrin. I think Langwarrin have certainly done a little bit better with theirs, but I just think it's maybe first game nerves, early season.
Yep.
I think the coaches would be pretty happy with where both teams are in the first quarter, and I'm sure the instruction will be going out to maybe be a little bit more precise with their kicking.
Yep.
And certainly, as you mentioned a couple of times in the call, Vossi, Langwarrin very strong out of defence, and probably Seaford at times strong, but other times misdirected handballs and misdirected kicks.
Yep. I've noticed when Seaford are coming out of their defensive zone, when they go long, they're more effective. They kind of catch Langwarrin off guard there. When they're clean with their possessions, they're able to go forward very quickly. And when and of course, the likes of the players that we just said, Langwarrin's backline are just are so quick to respond and rebound, obviously, and then turn the ball around.
I think the important thing for both sides, they seem to be coping with the heat.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a hot day, and plenty of water taken in during the quarter time break, and teams looking positive as they come out for the second quarter.
Craig, it was funny. We had so that was a contentious sort of subject, I suppose, last week after the Devon Meadows and Pearsdale game. The rule on
drink bottles.
On drink bottles and COVID restrictions, obviously, and COVID management. They weren't quite sure on how to I suppose deal with that and cope with that. So at the end of the day, it's I suppose they've sorted it out, and I know on the Topun Football Show tomorrow, Craigo, we've got Neil Craig for a post-match interview, and he goes into it a little bit as well.
Neil will be happy, 1 and dot for the start of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Exactly how he wanted to start. Just as we wait for the crowd to disperse, we had John. Thanks, John. Went out to listen to... who was it, John? Did you go out just to Langy? Yeah, went out to Langy. So scoreboard pressure, obviously. Was it a hard 3 goals, 6, or did we let them off the hook a little bit? So, yeah, like you were saying, Craig, I think let off the hook, release the first option, nothing drops off, bring up the pressure. So Josh Beard, obviously, with clear messages for his boys going into the second quarter, Michael Voss.
Yeah, and I think if I was Seaford, I'd be disappointed with the way they sort of kicked the ball, and it ended up back in Nick Hamill's hands quite a lot. So they've got to try and find a way which tried to take him out, because he was the most influential player in that quarter, and he was playing basically last line of defence. Seaford do take the ball inside attacking 50. The ball goes towards the line and goes over for a boundary throw, and I think it was Walton who tried to play on there, but he lost control of the ball. So they're into attack. Right end of your radio dial in the second quarter. Need the first goal there, Seaford, just to get them going. Not out of it by any stretch of the imagination, but you don't want to be conceding too much of a lead in round one. Hand pass towards Broomhead. It was knocked away from him. Still an opportunity for Seaford, but Langwarrin just buffet their way out of defence, just get a couple of hand passes, and they're about 60 metres out from their defensive goal now. The umpire says, I'm going to ball it up.
We've got royalty in the house, Vossi. We just had just shook the hands of course, the station's great mate Sean O'Connell from the AFL Southeast, of course, Chief Operating Officer. Just very, very happy with his boys, the Brisbane Lions performance last night.
So was I, considering it was a last kick game and I didn't think they were going to win. There's a kick inside towards full forward. A hand pass over the top. Raysom's got it. A high kick towards full forward. It's going to be not quite a mark. You can almost say that could have been, but not to be. Quick kick out of defence has been marked here, and it's been marked by Smythe, who's got it at left full back. He goes out towards left half back. Big Red goes back and takes the mark. Now, there's a player beside him. He's looking at there, but no, Big Red goes to the kick. Not a bad one either. It overlaps Macklin Rain there.
Oh, that's high. Good call, umpire.
Right in front of us, the umpire says that is too high, and Mark Bagley will take the free kick.
Baggers just maybe ducking into a little bit there, but it paid off.
And he knows this every inch of this ground, being a local boy. Went to Essendon, come back here, and it's great to see that he's decided to come back to his local
good
club.
handball.
There's a hand pass and a quick kick at goal and off target, and in fact it's out of bounds on the full. But isn't it great, the local players, they play AFL, they either say, I'm either too good or I'll go to another club up closer to town, come back to his local club. That's awesome.
Absolutely, and that's how I think it should be too, Vossi, because what it does for the community and the football club when these AFL players come back is, you know, just, you really can't, you can't pay for that.
So Seaford looking to clear down the line. They go towards Walton at half forward. Couldn't quite get it with one grab. Now the Langwarrin defence should win out. A hand pass over the top. Now defensive one. They go backwards. Seaford trying to hold their position, and the umpire's given a free kick actually for holding the man. And is it going to Seaford, or is it going to? It's going to Seaford in actual fact. Short pass, and the mark has been taken by Van Sittard, who goes into the short pass, and the mark has been taken again. Defensive side of centre wing. Smothered off the boot, I think that might have been. Defensive hand pass, and now they go forward once again. Seaford towards attacking 50. Going up, but no mark taken. Ball on the ground. Numbers are with Langwarrin. They can get the ball out of trouble. They still might through Peach. He goes in short. He's got a teammate there at half-back who takes the mark. Now they can play on. Ends towards half-forward goes the kick, but it's a poor one. Evades Bagley there on that occasion. The mark has been taken here for Seaford. They go to race him in the centre of the ground. He goes to the kick towards the player in Harvey. He goes on. A hand pass and now a quick kick inside, and that's not Hamill with the ball there, but it's a mark to Langwarrin at full back.
That's Cuthbert.
It's your man Mitch.
Bashir been very, very good again early on in this second quarter, Craigo.
Yeah, and both the fours for both sides again very active and involved early in this second quarter.
You'd have to be pretty happy with Seaford's start, mate. They've had most possession of the footy.
They certainly haven't. They're looking once again to try and get the ball into the 50 as quickly as they can. Just again, they're kicking a bit off target.
That's nearly ball, Vossi.
Yeah, look, prior opportunity could have been. Hand pass, Big Red's got it. He goes in short. That is a beautiful kick, the big fella.
How's the big fella with a size 18 shoes? Just the finesse of the ball drop, and then kicks it a mere 15 metres to find. Who's that all by himself?
Whitford.
Hamill. Oh, Whitford, is it?
Whitford. Finesse was that kick.
Finesse. It was finesse. Showed true finesse from a man that's about 6'7", 6'8", and quite pasty. with freckles.
Who wouldn't like the sun?
No. No, he would have plus 70 on as the ball goes right off the boot, only through for a minor, bringing Langwarrin to 3-7, I believe, 25. Scoreboard hasn't been updated to 2-2 Seaford 14. We've played nearly 6 minutes in this second quarter, Craigo.
Bulldogs up by 2 clear goals at Marvel Stadium at the moment, 4-2-26. Kangaroos 2-2-14.
So first goal crucial in this second quarter as the long kick comes out towards Big Macklin Rain. He went up with one hand, the ball went over the back. And now it's gone over right in front of the small scoreboard, which reads Langwarrin up by 11 points. And it says 3-6, I think it is 3-7. 3-7-25 to 2-2-14.
How good's this day?
Breeze just starting to blow a little bit, which is nice, just to take away the heat of the sun, but it's a magnificent day for football. There's a quick kick inside attacking 50, and going back and taking the mark was Van Start once again. And I'll actually be heading to Frankston to watch the second half of the Frankston-Coburg Pracky match tonight after I finish here, so my football's not certainly over for the day.
No.
We've got some intel down from Rye. And
sus, I love it. Tell me.
We've got our commentator in waiting, Jason, down there.
Oh, big Albris.
And he reckoned Kirkwood was out before the game, but Rye moved the ball really well with good pressure, won by 101 points.
Quite a few young kids too, Sus, I believe.
The youngsters are in.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know their 19s are going to obviously going to be fairly strong this year, but a lot of top ages have been able to come up in the last 12 months and strap on the boots for Rye. So Rye looking their goods in round one.
Seaford go inside attacking 50 with a high kick towards the top of the goal square. Big Harry, he should have taken that one. He got it down. It's a goal nevertheless, and the goal has been kicked through by Brody Scully. So that's his first, and marching back to. Well, they put them in the goal on Langwarrin's score. It's not Seaford's goal, so it's back to 5 points. But Harry should have taken that one, but all's well that ends well, short pass.
Absolutely. Harry straight through the bread basket there, 2 hands and all, Voss. So maybe just maybe should have just gone the one juke again and just plucked it out of the sky. But straight through the bread basket, but luck's a fortune, and ball come to ground, and Scully being able to pick it up and snap a goal. Fantastic first goal for the second term for Seaford Football Club, Vossi.
First goal for either side in the second quarter as umpire, but we're back with the ball in the centre of the ground. So some big margins happening around the place this afternoon. We'll talk all about it tomorrow between 9 and 10:30.
9 and 10:30.
RPP Toe Punt Football Show. Aaron Pacey
juggernaut.
And Josh Beard.
And the biggest juggernaut, of course, is...
Volatile.
Oh, they love it.
Volatility, they love it. It is an absolute juggernaut. As the kick goes towards full forward, that's a good mark in defence. Taken there by Bryce Lloyd for Seaford. He can play on.
How's that crowd down there, folks?
Oh, I know. It's unreal. That's what I love about Langwarrin Football Club, Vossi, is it's a club. So, Sus, you get the 19s stay back, the reserves. Generally, the netballers come over. It's a real family, mate, the Langy Football Club.
50 penalty. Matthew Herbert will just trot on down the ground and just try and create there you go, just run straight through the mark because there was no one on the mark.
No one on the mark, couldn't get there in time.
Herbert, he was very
great
smart
mark
the way he
from
did
behind.
Very smart, and that's a good mark taken by Ravenall. Big Matthew Ravenall, he goes towards the half-forward line. Off the pack comes the ball, a hand pass. I think that was
that's ball umpire.
A quick kick by Loney around the corner. It's not quite 15, I wouldn't have thought, but it's a mark that they're paying the mark to Langwarrin, so it might. In fact, no, it's out of bounds.
No, it's out of bounds. Ball was called out of bounds. There was plenty of prior in that, Vossi, and didn't get pinged holding the ball. Disappointing.
So, throw in by the umpire. Ball back into play. Holding the ball in there, Seaford at the moment. The umpire's going to give holding the ball.
Speaking of Phil, Vice President of the Seaford Football Club in the pre-show, thanks to Jetty Road Breweries. Very, very big things happening down at Seaford.
Sounds like pretty big things happening at Langwarrin as well. We spoke to Norm Whiteside earlier too.
Absolutely. Good to see. Local football. There's
Little bit of niggle starting to creep in as well.
Yeah, like that very much indeed, Craigo. Just lots of emotion as Mulvogue, the young 19-year-old, just has a howdy do. Free kick being paid. Red Norton not happy with it.
Big Red certainly not happy with it. Big Macklin Rain is the man, the former YCW ruckman.
Oh, he could have nearly been pinged there for walking off the bark too.
Goes to the high kick inside attacking 50. And what's the umpire giving here? The umpire's giving it as a marker.
No, he's paid the mark.
He has paid the mark.
Oh, no, holding. He's just signalled holding.
Brody Scully is the man with the ball, and this to give Seaford a 1-point lead.
And for his second potential major, Vossi.
Of the quarter.
That is correct.
So he'll kick from about 35 metres out from goal, maybe 30. Has the shot. It's a beautiful kick.
Beautiful kick off the boot.
Absolutely beautiful kick. And he has put through his second, and that puts Seaford in front by a point. 4-2-26, plays 3-7-25. So yeah, tomorrow morning, Toe Punt Footy Show, we'll be having a closer look at some of the other teams we haven't spoken about so far or we haven't seen. Everything's happening tomorrow. As I said, plenty of volatility, the coaches, everything happening.
We've got Neil Craig.
TV antenna or reception issues? Need to wall mount your TV or data points? Then call TV Magic Frankston and the Peninsula. Call Clint for a free quote on 0484 395 555. TV Magic. We make your TV problems disappear.
Neil Craig, of course, will be joining us on the show too with a post-match interview, Vossi, following his game, his win last week against Pearsdale.
Certainly will.
Neil Craig, of course, having plenty to do with the Toe Punt Football Show last year. Thanks to Neil Craig, he's just a true gentleman of our game.
There's a quick kick out of the centre of the ground towards full forward.
Good tackle applied there.
The umpire's going to say it's a ball up.
If Neil's listening, I wouldn't mind a cappuccino tomorrow morning. He's always pretty good with the coffees. He was last year, so.
He was. He was. And if you're listening, it's still your shout, Neil. It's always your shout.
It's always his shout for asking.
Exactly. Your shout, short pass. Nah, it's yours, Neil.
It's a quick kick and soft target and out of bounds on the full. He went to Mornington today, watched the Mornington game, and I'm surprised at that considering Risey's next opponent.
It is his next opponent. He did say to me earlier on the week that he would be heading down to Tyab, sorry. Maybe just too far to travel for Neil on this Good Friday. Convincing mark there.
Rourke Fisher went back and said the mark was paid, but the umpire said he didn't take it and he didn't realise it there for a little bit. I think he was maybe wishful thinking, trying to convince the umpire that no, I did take it, so I'm fine. Did go back and take my kick. A high kick, big jump, no mark. Quick snap at goal is a goal, and it's been put through by Herdman. It's his third goal, and Langwarrin are back in front. 4-7-31, Seaford 4-2-26. We've played 14 minutes and we're live here thanks to the Bendigo Bank.
Biggs come from about 40 deep back and was nearly able to take that clanger from about 14 other blokes' hands. How he was able to even try and claim that has absolutely got me. The voice of Peninsula football.
It's where MPNFL happens.
It is where MPNFL happens, Vossi.
Tell you what, isn't the man Craig Willis? What a voice he's got.
Oh, how lucky is RPP to have him just do some voiceovers for us. He's another true gentleman and just a stallion of our industry, Vossi.
Absolutely. As Zarnecki got the ball down in the ruck contest. Quick kick towards half forward. It's been picked up by Harkness. He goes to the high kick towards half forward.
Great.
Going back. That's a mark, umpire.
Play on, Vossi.
Oh, I don't know how that wasn't paid. He held that all the way to the ground and still it wasn't paid. And now Langwarrin are going to kick a goal here. They run into the open goal and miss from 20. Well, karma's a wonderful thing because that should have been a mark with Seaford at half back.
The man with three first names just missing to the right side of the big sticks there, only through for a minor. That should have been paid a mark, Vossi. That was to Bashir. Very unlucky, had almost three grabs. I think that's where the issue was there. Didn't quite take three clean possessions of the pill.
Yeah.
Seaford looking very, very dangerous coming out of their defensive zone too, Craigo.
Yeah, they're certainly much improved this quarter than the first quarter.
Yeah.
Finding their targets a lot better.
There's a kick towards the centre of the ground. The mark has been taken. It's been taken by Mitchell Harvey. They can go here, Seaford. They go towards half forward. Going big Macklin Rayner. Well done by big Macklin Rayner. Kick inside attacking 50. It's not the greatest of kicks, but that was really good by the big fella. He could have taken it, got tackled, but instead he just palmed it over to his teammate who was in a little bit better position. Now Langwarrin looking to clear, and they will get out of trouble down the far side of the ground. They go from right back pocket towards centre half back, and Big Red takes the mark. He's getting up and down the ground, Big Red. And you said he's looking fit short pass. He really is at the moment. There's a kick by Langwarrin inside attacking 50, going up and not taking the mark. And trying to claim the mark there was Lloyd for Seaford. The umpire says no. Isn't it great? Listen to the sounds of the football. Isn't it great? Oh, I tell you.
There's not much better.
So bloody exciting.
The
it
crowd
really
is up and about.
And it's a warm day, and there might be a few jetty roads consumed. And
yeah, there will be after this, don't you worry. Put
really
a few cold ones on Dale.
Good tackle.
No Pryor. Oh, he's pinged him. The umpire there, of course.
Dormer was the man that was tackled. I'd said a good tackle, but I'm thinking.
I thought it was young Meggs there.
I'm thinking maybe it probably didn't really have a lot of prior opportunity.
I didn't think he had prior.
They stopped him in his track zone.
Oh, great mark taken by Bashir. Jeez, he's been good.
Ishak Bashir goes in short. It was touched off the boot. Ball comes back in Hamill's direction. He goes for the kick towards full forward. That's over the shoulder. Free kick to Seaford.
That is over the shoulder. There, Vossi.
Justin Lachlan with the free kick.
Baggers just wasn't able to get front position there and just did the cheap over the shoulder. Of course, free kick against him.
So Lachlan with the free kick. He goes out towards the far side of the ground. Mark taken defensive 50. They're looking better this second quarter, Seaford. It's just that final sort of kick inside attacking 50. And that was a poor kick well before the attacking 50. Now Langwarrin with the opportunity. They run. They bounce. They go with a kick towards full forward. Going up and not quite take the mark. Was that Bagley down there?
It was.
So he couldn't quite get his hands on that one. Quick kick, and it's out of bounds on the full. So as a resulting free kick here, it's going to go. Oh, it's on.
Yeah, it is
on. It is on.
Little bit of how to do
it had
there.
To happen.
Tempers were brewing. Emotions were high. Just feel the boys having a bit of a howdy do, and what's not helping Craigo is the whole reserves from the Langwarrin Football Club just making sure that they well and truly get involved. Of course,
still happening. Oh.
It's probably been brewing for a little while. There's been a little bit of niggle off the ball down on the forward line, so not surprising tempers are flared.
No, hang on.
Get in this goal!
They've thrown that back into play, and there was a clear decision given. It was out of bounds in the full. It was a resulting kick to Langwarrin. So obviously they've decided to sort of change their mind on that one. Bagley went up the back, couldn't take the mark. The ball's gone through for a behind. So 4-9-33 plays 4-2-26. We've played 19 minutes in the second quarter. We're live here thanks to the Bendigo Bank.
I think that was really well done too by regardless of your decision, Vossi, to whether it was out of bounds in the full or whether it was a throw-in. But by throwing the ball in and them continuing the play, it enabled everyone to just play football, and that's what we're here to do. We're not here to, we don't mind a little bit of biffo, but that was a little bit out of control. So
it stopped the fight too.
Back to play. That's exactly right, and that's what the umpires did. Great decision there by the boys in green.
Smythe lost control of the ball now. Rain with a hand pass over the top. He is looking there for his teammate and Harvey. He lost control. Now a hand pass, but it's not the best effort. Now a quick kick towards half forward. Or wing, actually. Walton's got it. One-on-one inside attacking 50. Zarnecki's pushed his opponent in the back there. He absolutely...
I think it was an accidental trip, Vossi, as you just smack your head well and truly there again.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
I don't think you can be in the middle position, mate. I know you like to be the piggy in the middle, but I think on this occasion, it's probably not best for your bonds.
Yeah, well...
Because there's plenty of it, and we don't want it to get damaged. Someone's gone down in that marking contest who was...
A little high, 13 for Langy.
Sullivan there, young Sullivan. He's been paid that free kick as he short kick, deeper wing, continues to play on.
They just need a goalie, Langwarrin. They've done a fair bit of attacking recently, but haven't been able to put a bit of a margin in the game. In the pocket, a quick snap is off target once again, so they're 4-10, 34, and Seaford are 4 goals to 26.
Blake McCormack on the boundary there, just showing his frustrations on his side. He knows.
Open in the goal square too.
Yeah, he knows that they need to kick a goal pretty quick. Seaford have been very good. They're more composed this quarter, aren't they, Craigo?
Oh, much better this quarter.
Yeah.
Long kick out of defence. Harkness gets a hand pass over to Churcher. To Peach, back to Harkness, who has the shot at goal. It fades towards the other side. It might be a mark.
Great mark. Fantastic mark. Who was that, Vossi? I can't quite. Oh, Baggers again. Geez, he's been good up forward, hasn't he?
So, the man who...
He's been the man they've been looking for the last 5 minutes, I reckon, Vossi, because he's been around every ball drop as he quickly plays
check
on.
Side, and he has put it through for a goal. Get around him, Langy. Get around him. He's a homegrown boy. He's come back to your club, and he's kicked his first goal back in Langwarrin colours. So well done to Baggers. 5-10-40, plays 4-2-26. And you're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
More and more people with a taste for quality are shopping at Eliza Meats. Kevin and his lean team pride themselves on the finest cuts. It's all at Eliza Meats. See our sponsor Kevin at Eliza Meats.
And welcome back to the Lloyd Reserve here in Langwarrin. 5-10-40 to Langy, and Seaford 4-2-26, 22 minutes into the second quarter.
So, 14-point margin. So, good goal there by the homegrown boy, Mark Bagley. He's back for Langy. He might get into this contest once again. He's at the back of that one. No, the Seaford will win out, and they go with a quick kick towards the centre of the ground. Oh, good mark. One-on-one contest there. Had to win it there, otherwise he was going to be out of the contest, was racing. He got the ball and he kicks it towards half forward. Goes towards Zarnecki, who falls to ground, and the umpire says, I'm going to let play go on. Still let play go on, not anymore. So 5-10-40, plays 4-2-26. The margin is 14 points. We're live here at Lloyd Park. Winners this afternoon in local football. Red Hill by a point, Bomb Beach by plenty, Mornington by plenty, Rye by plenty.
Second quarter just starting at Marvel Stadium, and still 12-point lead to the Bulldogs.
Quick kick towards the top of the goal scorer has been thumped away about 30 metres there, and there's a free kick. They're going to, could have played on, not to be. So Langwarrin just getting control there just before half time. And Seaford don't want to concede any more at the moment. Might be Painenberg out there at that one, but the ball is with a high kick towards half forward.
Oh, there's a flyer.
Going up, no mark taken. Good tackle applied there for Langy, and the umpire says that is holding the ball, and I think it might be Bagley again who got that tackle on. Bagley, a short pass?
Yes, and 50.
So the homegrown boy might kick his second goal in about 3 minutes. It's a vital kick before half-time. The margin will be 20 points, and that's a big lead.
Didn't see what the 50 was for, Vossi, but doesn't count. There's plenty of talk off the ball. A lot of finger pointing.
I don't think it was for moving off the mark, but...
No.
Might be a bit of back chat, or maybe the ball not handed back quick
Craigo,
enough.
I've only seen the moving off the mark in a practice match a few weeks ago. Didn't see it last week and haven't seen it today, which is where it should be, not here.
Don't think that's quite a full 50, but nevertheless, he will kick from about 25 metres out. 45-degree angle. Has the shot and he misses. So I think that's 1 goal, 2 for
Missed
Mark
to the far
Bagley
side left. Yeah, 1 goal, or 2 goals.
No, 1 goal, 2
1
behind.
goal, 2, sorry. Yep, he just kicked his first a couple of minutes ago. You're right, Michael.
And we'll have to put the picture up on social media later. You turned up on your new Harley this afternoon.
I did. It was beautiful. And a message for all you people watching and listening. If you're heading down to the peninsula, don't, because it's not a very good place. Stay away. Michael, Peninsula Link would have been from probably almost Frankston Cranbourne Road to Jetty Road Rosebud. Chock-a-block. There is more people down there. The Easter Bunny's going to be beside himself. He's not going to know what to do.
So if you're looking for an Easter egg hunt, you might want to head down the Mornington Peninsula because you'll find plenty down there.
There will be plenty. Actually, I saw a funny thing on Facebook the other day. As I'll
explain it shortly.
I will.
Kick inside, attacking 50 and going in short, and that is too easy. The ball was knocked away, and a short pass came in to a leading forward there in the player in Whitford, who will go back and have a shot for his first goal. This to make the margin 21 points, and this is a danger time here for Seaford.
I think that's Vanzertart just down there. Just fell asleep, wasn't it, Vossi? I think just fell asleep, let his opponent go, and able to take a beautiful grab.
20 metres out, Whitford should kick the goal. Has kicked the goal.
Oh, he loves it too,
and there
Whitford.
is half-time, and that is an absolute coach killer. Going into half-time, a goal that you couldn't afford to concede, and you concede it with only seconds to go. 6:11:47 plays 4:2:26. What was that thing you saw on Facebook? Just quickly.
Just talking about Easter egg hunts. There's an Easter egg hunt for adults. It was for the mums, Crago, and the Easter Bunny hid bottles of wine all over the yard. So the mums went looking for bottles of wine. I thought it was quite humorous.
I suspect there'd be a few of them would have no trouble finding as well.
Just quietly, I saw the Easter Bunny get out of his car at Mornington Tyab Road in disgust.
In disgust?
Yep, he was that far in the queue. He just said, "I've had enough. I'm not gonna make it to the end of Peninsula Link. I'm getting out."
And rightfully so, because it was deplorable. No, look, in all seriousness, it's fantastic for local businesses.
Big music festivals on at the Briars too over the weekend.
Yeah, is that right?
Which RPP is hosting.
Yeah. Tell us about that, Craig. Quickly before we go to a halftime break.
Look, there's a heap of great bands. Off the top of my head, Black Sorrows, Daryl Braithwaite, Shantuzis.
Oh, that's right, it is too.
So both days, and ticketed event, Oztix, I think. So you get your tickets through. So
okay, no worries, fantastic. So if you're about and around tomorrow and Sunday, and live music is where it's at, RPP FM I think will be doing the sound mixing and a few other bits and pieces down there. Make sure you jump down to the Briars, head to Oztix for your tickets. Some great legendary Australian bands are up and about again, and they're very, very happy to be playing live music. I've seen a couple of events already, and they're very appreciative of what Australians have done to be able to enable them to play music again. That's for sure.
It's so disappointing for the folks at Byron Bay.
Yep.
With the Blues Fest.
The Blues
off,
Fest.
You know, it's for all the people in the music industry. But the Briars over the weekend, you can buy your tickets on Oztix. It's a ticketed event, obviously, COVID safe, all those things. And I think we're there Sunday.
Okay. So RPPFM are there Sunday. We might take a short break, and we will be back to wrap up the first half of the Langwarrin and Seaford game here at Lloyd Park. You are listening and watching RPPFM, the voice of Peninsula football.
Do you have TV antenna reception issues? Need to wall mount your TV or data points? Then talk to TV Magic, Frankston and the Peninsula. TV Magic are your local TV and antenna specialist. We look after everything: TV, home theatre, satellite, plus all electrical work. Visit us at tvmagic.com.au or contact Clint for a free quote on 0484 395 555. TV Magic. We make your TV problems
More and more people with a taste for quality are shopping at Eliza Meats. Kevin and his lean team pride themselves on the finest cuts, from juicy steaks and roasts to high-grade mince and sausages. And Eliza Meats are the gourmet specialists. Inquire about Eliza Meats Spitfire. Phone 9787 4473 for a mouth-watering meal fit for a king. It's all at Eliza Meats.
When your
See our
future
sponsor,
feels
Kevin,
uncertain, it's time to ask for help. Bendigo Bank has been helping our customers through tough times for over 160 years. If you're a Bendigo Bank customer, talk to us about ways we can help you through this one. We have financial assistance packages available, so don't wait. Visit our website or contact your local Bendigo Bank branch. Together, we'll see you through to better times. Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
A station sponsor.
RPP
Last week on
broadcasting
Scrambled Eggs,
24/7.
this happened. Amy, what have you got planned for the rest of the week?
I've started to do some study. Yeah.
So can we ask what you're studying?
Psychological anthropology.
I'm learning to juggle. So now there's the difference. That's why this works so well. So tune in every Wednesday and Thursday, 6 o'clock till 9. Scrambled Eggs. Love
Discover
it.
the fresh new look at Woolworths Baxter. We're excited to showcase our new fresh food market, bursting with delicious fruit and veg. Check out our in-store bakery and explore our range of breads and sweet treats, all baked daily for you. Head down to the new look Woolworths Baxter
98.7
today.
The Locker Room
Station sponsor.
covers all sports from all over the peninsula. Every Saturday morning from 10:30 till 12. Find out what's happening locally from your sports station RPPFM. 98.7 The Locker Room.
Injured? Had a fall in a public place? Were you 65 years young when you fell and now feel like you're 99 years old? Concerned with medical costs that you can't afford and unable to take care of yourself, not to mention the loss of the quality of your life? Yes, you can get the assistance you need. Yes, you can be treated as someone special. Yes, you can find that special law firm that will achieve all for you. Henry Karras and Associates, personal injury lawyers. You deserve more.
A station sponsor.
Welcome back, everyone, to Lloyd Park, where we are at the halftime break, and we see Langy up a bit and bouncing about. But with me is John. How you been, John?
Yeah, good. Good in the van here. There's no more caravan for us, so it's a bit easy for you. You were here before me. I was here an hour earlier, so it's a very nice day. Very good Friday. Obviously, me being, going to Catholic school after the 3 p.m. no meat thing happens every year, but it's really good to see football and people out and about.
We're talking footy. That's all. So give us some score updates, John, as we go around the ground.
Around the grounds, it's pretty much what I said at quarter time. Bond Beach, Trent Dennis Lane scored 7 goals in the 24-13, 157 to 7 goals, 446. Red Hill and Red Hill and Jemana. Did they play for something? Red Hill and Jemana at all? I know they're really big rivals.
Not sure. John, what was the score update down there?
63 to 62, Red Hill at Jemana. So that was a good, interesting one.
I can tell you in the AFL, at the second quarter, the 10-minute and 20-minute mark, it is North Melbourne 22 to the Bulldogs 39.
Yeah, Josh Bruce, I think, has got 3 goals in the first quarter, but when you're playing North Melbourne, really, if you're a dominant forward, that should really happen a lot in the quarter.
What about other second division games, John, around the grounds?
Other second division, they play tomorrow. The other ones, Hastings and Somerville, I know they're down at Hastings tomorrow. Their netball was played last night, though, those two. Rye, apparently, you said a lot of Mornington boys has gone down the Rye. 20 goals, 9, 129 at...
A lot of Mornington boys are coming here.
They're coming here.
Yep. So what was Mornington's score against Coringal?
144 to 75.
I can tell you that the mighty Pies, went down by 1 point after the siren to the Brisbane Lions, 72 to 73. Major repercussions there for the AFL there, and one certain coach in Nathan Buckley. What other scores we got around, John?
Rye, 129 to 40 at Tyab, which is real interesting because I thought Rye would struggle again, but so far, not so much.
Folks, we might just go to a couple of sponsors from our station sponsors. We'll be back right after the break.
Do you have TV antenna or reception issues? Need to wall mount your TV or data points? Then talk to TV Magic, Frankston and the Peninsula. TV Magic are your local TV and antenna specialist. We look after everything: TV, home theatre, satellite, plus all electrical work. Visit us at tvmagic.com.au or contact Clint for a free quote on 0484 395 555. TV
More and more
Magic.
people with a taste for quality are shopping at Eliza Meats. Kevin and his lean team pride themselves on the finest cuts, from juicy steaks and roasts to high-grade mince and sausages. And Eliza Meats are the gourmet specialists. Inquire about Eliza Meats Spit Hire. Phone 9787 4473 for a mouth-watering meal fit for a king. It's
When
all
your
at
future
Eliza
feels
Meats.
uncertain,
See our
it's
sponsor,
time to
Kevin?
ask for help. Bendigo Bank has been helping our customers through tough times for over 160 years. If you're a Bendigo Bank customer, talk to us about ways we can help you through this one. We have financial assistance packages available, so don't wait. Visit our website or contact your local Bendigo Bank branch. Together, we'll see you through to better times. Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
A station sponsor.
Last week on
broadcasting
Scrambled Eggs,
24/7.
this happened. Amy, what have you got planned for the rest of the week?
I started to do some study. Yeah.
So can we ask what you're studying?
Psychological anthropology.
I'm learning to juggle. So now there's the difference. That's why this works so well. So tune in every Wednesday and Thursday, 6 o'clock till 9. Scrambled Eggs. Love
Discover
it.
the fresh new look at Woolworths Baxter. We're excited to showcase our new fresh food market, bursting with delicious fruit and veg. Check out our in-store bakery and explore our range of breads and sweet treats, all baked daily for you. Head down to the new look Woolworths Baxter
98.7
today.
The Locker Room
Station sponsor.
covers all sports from all over the peninsula. Every Saturday morning from 10:30 till 12. Find out what's happening locally from your sports station RPPFM. 98.7 The Locker Room.
And welcome back to Lloyd Park, where we are witnessing a fantastic day and a brilliant game of football between Langwarrin and, of course, the Seaford Football Club. Langwarrin getting the job done, not quite just yet, but first half most definitely. Vossi, just goal kickers for the Langwarrin Football Club. Herdman with 3, and then singles to Baggers, Dormer and Whitford. Seaford Football Club just with the 4 majors. Scully with 2. He's been brilliant, Scully. Philippone with a single, and Walton. Just a little bit quieter there in the second quarter was Walton, but mark my words, he can turn a game on its head. He will come back strong in the third quarter, I reckon.
Almost like the teams were in a little bit of slow motion there at parts of that second quarter.
Yeah, I think they were a little bit more composed, weren't they,
Yeah.
Craigo? With I think like you mentioned in the first quarter, just the excitement of it all. They were really happy to be back playing football again, and I think they got back to playing football in the second quarter. They were a lot more cleaner with their inside 50s for both teams, and then Langwarrin's defence, they've won the game to half time for sure. They've just been brilliant. But Seaford's second quarter a lot better than their first, Craigo.
Inside 50s again in the second quarter. Seaford was 8 and Langwarrin 9, so fairly even once again, but obviously kicking three goals, 5 to 2 goals. Again, Langwarrin making more of the ball when they get it inside 50.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that just goes to show they're a lot cleaner when they have those entries, and their offensive forward line are able just to get a little bit freer, and sometimes I've found that they've gone to bed, I think, the Seaford defence at times, especially with that last goal kicked in the second quarter. They were just standing there, not really knowing what to do. Quick inside 50, resulting in a goal, as you said, Vossi, a real coach's goal there, going into half time.
I don't know what it is to play mainly on the scoreboard side of the ground. A lot of room in the middle.
Yeah.
Some room on this side, so
Yep.
maybe we might see Langwarrin switch it around this quarter, because
Yeah,
I think
look,
there's acres of space there. It's
exactly right, Craigo. And I know in the past, Vossi, they've always gone to the far side, haven't they? Langwarrin, I think they feel like they play their better footy. I think maybe they feel like they're a little bit squashed over here, with the pavilion, obviously. And but yeah, they definitely all their play is played on the scoreboard side of the ground for sure, which is for our viewers and for our listeners, it's the side that of course runs adjacent to Frankston Cranbourne Road.
Craig, of course, is going to be our panel operator for the footy show.
I love it when Craig gets up and about. Of course, he's
maybe,
straight and narrow.
Maybe, just maybe, we might be able to get a new segment for Craig. Maybe hairstyling tips or something like that. Or
look, I tell you what, if we'll get to, if just for the viewers and for the listeners out there, picture Barry Gibbs, and I'm sitting right next to him. I kid you bloody not. It is the best, most free-flowing, effervescent buffont I've ever seen in my life. I love it. I love it.
6 months in the making.
You need something like
6 months.
You need something like this.
Oh, like Bossie's little flick comb. That's embarrassing. I remember when you first brought that out, when Locke was with us, Vossie, and I don't think we could talk for the next 5 minutes. It's like a little doll's brush. Anyway, back
does the job though.
It does do the job, mate.
Now, Seaford this quarter, they need to get on the board early. They need to get back into this game because right now they were hanging on just before half time.
Yeah, look, they were, and they come out. They come out really strong. I think Seaford in that second quarter, the start of the second quarter, they definitely had most of the play, Craigo, and when they were playing clean possession footy, they looked so much more dominant. And then, of course, the run and through the middle, and just Langwarren's ball use enabled them to obviously put the score on the board. And I think if for those that were watching, we're lucky enough to be watching through our different streams of vision, but Langwarren going into half-time, geez, they looked up and about, didn't they? But there was a lot of dropped heads, I felt, in the Seaford Football Club. And look, I mean, half-time, a lot of stuff can happen at half-time. Coach says plenty and fires them up again. And look, I think Vossie, they'll come out strong again. It's whether or not they can sustain that 25 minutes of play. You're right, mate. If they can sustain that 25 minutes of play, because I don't think they quite could in the second quarter, Craigo.
No, I think you're dead right. They started off very positively in the second quarter. Short pass were accurate. They were getting the ball down the ground.
They look clean.
And then Langwarren just started to get their act together a bit better in defence. And then once again, as you mentioned, very quick out of defence. And telling the fact that they kicked 3-5 in that second quarter.
Yeah.
North Melbourne down by 31 points.
Yes, I just had a quick look at it, and I probably won't have a look for a little while.
No, Jep, I don't blame you.
Oh, look, I think the Bulldogs are one of the top 4 teams.
Yeah, look, I tend to agree with you. I watched them play at the MCG against my boys, the Pies, and geez, they made us look like bloody amateurs, and we were amateurs at that particular game, and they look good. I think they're going to be
Did you boo Adam Treloar that
good.
night?
No, I was actually up out of my seat, pointing at people, saying I won't say it live on air, but how disgraceful is that?
Bugger you.
It had nothing to do with him whatsoever. He was booted from the club. How dare you boo him? But in saying that too, Michael, I believe that he was fairly treated by the Collingwood Football Club players at the game. I think they should have gone in a little bit harder and roughed him up.
I think he'll be the buy of the year.
Yeah. Oh, there is no question whatsoever.
No doubt about it.
And just listening to him, Craigo, just quickly before we kick off the third quarter, he addressed the boys before the game, and hard on his sleeve, mate. He's a ripping kid. He's going to be great at the Western Bulldogs. Mark my word.
Look at the lines waiting to get drinks there, like whether it's alcohol, soft drink, whatever. It's
juice.
It's a warm day, so
it is a warm day. So. Start of the second half, it is Langwarren up by 21 points, and Seaford need to get things moving on the scoreboard in this third quarter, because they did kick the first 2 goals of the third quarter, but then of the second quarter, I should say, and they just sort of, they might have switched up, but Langwarren lifted their game big time there and took what's seemingly a dominant 21-point lead into the third quarter time. So here we go, kick towards full forward. That's a good effort. And that's marked, I think that's by a Raven Hall. He'll go back and have the shot. I'm pretty sure that's 36 out there with the ball. So Matthew Ravenhall with the ball. He'll kick from about 35 metres.
Or Lachlan Vossie, but I think you might be right. I think it might be, it is Ravenhall. This is the start that Seaford Football Club need.
And they've got to, and if he kicks it, they've got to get round him here.
Yeah, I totally agree.
unlike what Pearcedale did last week in the last
beautiful
quarter.
kick
That
and
is
a
a good
footy.
kick. That is a goal, and all the high fives are there. The players are coming in.
Yeah, look, they're coming from full back, Vossi.
They believe.
Yeah, they do.
No, well, last week, when Pearcedale kicked that first goal in the last quarter, they were 3 goals down with 15 minutes to go.
That got up your skirt, didn't it?
It really did.
Yeah, it did. I know it did. I know. You're an emotional man, and you like to tell people about your emotions, and I was there for you. I just want you to remember that. I was there listening, standing there.
You were right by my side, short
I
pass.
was right by your side. Anyway.
Back in the middle, 15 points is the margin. And they get the ball out of the middle again here through Teakle towards centre half forward. Good tackle applied by Ravenall just to put the pressure on there. Or is it a free kick? No, he said,
two movements.
He
Free
said
kick.
he slung him to the ground.
Yeah, he did.
If that was AFL, you'd probably get reported. So whether it was, I didn't think there was overly much in it, but they're going to go back inside attacking 50 once again with a high kick towards Walton at full forward, goes back, and that's a mark.
That is.
It was stripped of the ball, but that was he held that long enough so that Aaron Walton with the ball, 10 metres out from goal. Very little angle to speak of. This should be the second goal in 2.5 minutes. That's a great start for Seaford.
Yeah, absolutely, Vossi. The start that Seaford would have wanted. Smythe unlucky there, just absolutely sprinting to Walton to try to get to him, and had no choice but to front on contact, resulting in a free kick, which could see Walton with his second goal early in the third quarter.
Matthew Herbert was the man who kicked it to him. It was a beautiful kick, beautifully weighted for Walton. He goes back, he has the shot, and he puts it through for a goal. So all of a sudden, the margin is back to 9 points in the match of the day. It's 3 minutes in the third quarter at Seaford. As I said, at halftime, they need to hit the scoreboard quickly, and they certainly have. 6:11:47 to 6:2:38. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
I think if you're the Langwarrin
Do you have TV
coaches,
antenna or reception issues? Need to warm up your TV or data points? Then call TV Magic Frankston and the Peninsula. Call Clint for a free quote on 0484 395 555. TV Magic, we make your TV problems disappear. Station sponsor.
We've got some magnificent sponsors short past, don't we?
Yeah, we do, Vossi, and we're here thanks to the Bendigo Bank, your community bank, of course. They tip in every single time, and that's what pays to be a community bank.
There's a shot at goal, and there's an answering goal for Langwarrin. They got the ball straight out of the centre of the ground and running into the open goal.
Is that Baggers?
No, I don't think it was Bagley.
It
He's
is
got white boots.
an answering goal. So the margin is 15 points, and it was, I can tell you who it was.
Matthew, number 10.
It was Matthew who kicked his first goal. And also our other great sponsors as well. Our new sponsors on board.
Oh, well, don't you just love TV Magic? They are new to RPPFM, and we thank them very much for their commitment to the broadcast team. Of course, Vossi keeping us and Craigo keeping us able to be here and provide you live commentary on local football.
And Click.
I'll find out more about that.
And we'll certainly give you a mention, that's for sure. There's a quick kick by Andrew Arthur towards half forward. All of a sudden we might have 4 goals in 5 minutes. He gets the receive and he goes in short, and the mark has been taken probably out towards the half forward line, close to 50 metres out from goal. It is Mark Bagley. So we've had 5 minutes in this third quarter. We've had 3 goals, 2 to Seaford, 1 to Langwarrin. And if Mark Bagley can kick this one, all of a sudden we're on target for, probably a 20-goal quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And
So Bagley with the ball. This to his second goal. This to snuff out Seaford's early challenge in this third quarter. He has the shot. He has put it through for his second goal. And I tell you what, Backers is loving his time up in the forward line. He's kicked his second.
Look, he's been dominant every time he's gone up forward. There's no question about that. He just loves to kick majors for the Langwarrin Football Club, and pretty disheartening for Seaford, Craigo. They come out hot, kicking 2 to get in front, and then only to be answered back with another 2 by the Langwarrin Footy Club.
Well, it's, if you were the Langy coach, you'd probably be a little bit disappointed with their slow start. But once again, clear kicks out of the centre, finding their mark inside 50. And, there's been 2 goals scored.
Absolutely.
Just a reminder, boys, too, we've got to come up with the player of the day later on today, and we've got the prize of the beautiful big meat tray from Eliza Meats.
Oh,
as well.
Eliza Meats.
Can't eat it today. Although the person who wins.
Oh, Stroud. Sorry, just to cut you off, Fossey there, but number 22, young
hand pass.
Mulvogue nearly got his head ripped off there, resulting in a free kick.
Seaford under the pump. They get the ball out of trouble though. They go in short with the kick towards the centre half back area. Losing control now. The numbers arrive. Big Red. He tried to break through. Tackle there, Big Red. He couldn't quite do it. Still on the ground.
Geez.
The umpire's given a free kick here for over the shoulder and just getting a bit sloppy.
Big Red's reported, I think.
Yeah, I think he'll go for that, Michael. Or are you saying he's already reported?
He went to the pocket, the umpire. I saw him go to the pocket, but we'll see what happens. But he.
No, I think he was just. I think the umpire was calling for coverage. You know how they slap their backsides when they ask for coverage when they're going into a play.
Kick towards Ravenhall attacking 50. A chance here for the Langwarrin defence to get back in numbers. And the umpire said it's over the shoulder free kick, and it is going to go to Langwarrin. They lead 8-11-59, Seaford 6-2-38, so both sides have kicked 2 goals straight in this third quarter.
Smythe just on the bench having a little spell. Bossy, well deserved. He's been great today.
Smythe as opposed to Smith.
Smythe,
definitely Smythe. There's a chance. Andrew Arthur is starting to get into the game a little bit this quarter. He's had probably 4 or 5 touches so far this quarter. Kick towards Bagley between full forward and centre half forward now. Quick kick. They've got the player alone in the goal square. It gets to him and it did.
What a fantastic mark.
The Seaford defence overcompensated. The player waited and waited and waited. It was a little bit of a hospital ball, but they managed to get the ball into their hands. And a shot at goal coming up 10 metres out directly in front. And just trying to pick up the player with the ball short pass.
Number 30, I think it was.
Yes, it is. And it is
Dormer, who's already kicked 1
he
goal.
Has kicked 1. He's been good, Dormer. Only not much of him.
So he will go back. Twirling the ball from hand to hand, has the shot and puts it through for his second goal. So all of a sudden we've had 5 goals kicked in 8.5 minutes in this third quarter. Langwarrin 3 goals to 2 in this third quarter. They lead 9-11-65 and Seaford are 6-2-38.
Chic is blending contemporary design and technological innovation into all of its televisions, fridges and freezers. Chic are proud of their history. Just ask their millions of satisfied customers worldwide. Chic, a station sponsor.
Chic.
Sounds like it's chic.
It is chic.
Okay.
C-H-I-Q.
My apologies.
Bulldogs in front by 38 points at Marvel Stadium at half-time.
Yeah, look.
Oh, great pick up there.
That'll be 3-zip for them.
Great
Short
pick
pass.
up by Whitford on the attacking 50 mark. Unfortunately,
I'll let you do the sponsors today. Short pass. I sort of got you through last week. You can get me through today.
Yeah, I just. Oh, it's
Bagley receives the hand pass. He goes to the dummy. He gets it. He got the jumper stretch there, but he managed to get the hand pass off before the umpire penalised him. In short goes the kick by Bateman, and the mark has been taken about where Mark Bagley kicked the goal from a few minutes ago.
It's Matthew again.
And this will be his second goal if he is successful.
Just adjusting the boots, Vossi.
Got a good view of this goal from where we are.
Absolutely. We get to see this one sail through, Crago. Best seat in the house right here. Thanks to Bendigo Bank, your community bank.
As the shot at goal, and that is a good kick.
That is a beautiful kick at goal.
Langwarrin have kicked 4 goals after Seaford have kicked 2 to start the third quarter. 10 minutes into the third quarter, and Langwarrin running away with this game. 10-11-71, plays 6-2-38, and the margin is 33 points. And those sponsors again, give those sponsors a mention.
Oh, gee, just absolutely plugging him. Eliza Meats, thanks to Eliza Meats for the player of the day. Will be awarded with Eliza Meats. Kev, down to Eliza Meats.
Kevin, he's the lean team at Eliza Meats. That's their motto, though. They are the Kevin, he's lean team.
You just absolutely love it, don't you, Michael?
I do. They're a great sponsor and have been a long-term sponsor.
Yeah,
No, the first ever sponsor of RPP.
Well, there you go. We were informed of that last week, weren't we?
So there's a little bit of a history lesson for you there. Langwarrin looking to go inside attacking 50 once again. No mark taken, but they can get the ball around the corner and go towards centre half. Forward, or was that a mark? No. Is that going to be a goal? Yes.
I think that might have been touched off the boot. Goal
No.
Oh, no, it's paid a goal.
I think it's Matthew again who's kicked his third goal.
It is Matthew again. He's looking very, very dangerous up forward, Vossi. When the ball comes to ground, he's able to, because there's not much of him.
Josh Beard's smiling.
Yeah,
Josh is actually smiling down there.
Beardy's very, very happy. He's a very happy man anyway, but when his team's just put on 5 quicks in the third quarter, there's something to smile about.
Can I just say, when he was at Mornington, I watched a few games and he was coaching Mornington, and amazing communicator, and always thought since then what an amazing communicator he is. And he loves the RPP footy show.
Yeah.
He'll be loving getting back on there tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. He's chomping at the bit.
So ball back to the middle. Seaford, after good work to get 2 goals to start the quarter, have conceded 5. Broomhead with the ball, needs to do a bit more. There's a big recruit. Kick to half forward. That was a beautiful kick.
That is good footy. Tim Broomhead just roving that ball in the centre bounce, just picked it up. Long kick, about 50, down his teammate's throat, Vossi. When they go inside 50 like that, geez, there's nothing he can do. They look strong, Seaford. They need to do more of that.
A high kick. It's not going to be a goal. It's going to be knocked through by Smythe, through for a behind.
This is where Craigo Langwarrin have been very, very good. We haven't seen it really in the third quarter, but geez, they're good on their exits, aren't they?
Oh, they're very quick out of defence, but once again, finding targets when they do.
Yeah, correct.
So, short pass out of defence. Mark taken by Zach Andrew Arthur, who's got it.
Man with 3 first names.
Absolutely. He had a very good year in 2019.
He did have a very, very good year. I think he won the BNF, didn't he?
He could very well have.
I think
Kicked
he did.
Towards half forward.
Oh.
That was a pretty disappointing effort there by the Langwarrin player in Sullivan. He dropped the ball, enabled Seaford to go forward. They go towards their half forward line, and a mark's taken by Filipponi. Now kick towards 50. It's picked up by Loney. He goes towards Walton in the pocket, and he takes the mark. Yes, he does, I believe.
Yes, that was, I think that almost might have been paid after Vossi. We got dealt with after. Or was he paid the mark?
Just looking around the crowd, just amazing how many people here today. It's really, really top notch.
There is certainly a lot of people here.
Interesting to hear what the crowds were like at the other games today.
Yeah,
Get
like
some info tomorrow
Mornington was very sizable. I can tell you that, Craigo.
Vossi ducked into Mornington, as the mayor does, Craigo. The mayor can go wherever he wants.
Yeah, they had the security guard there ushering me into the gate. So that was
I'm
fine.
sure they did.
Roll out the red carpet.
There's a kick towards, fall forward by Walton. It's across the face of goal. I think that hit the behind post, so that is out of bounds on the fall.
That's un-Walton-esque, isn't it, Vossi?
Yeah,
Across the face.
Yeah, he's kicked 2 today, and he's probably had another couple of opportunities, but...
Is that Mount Langwarrin down there? Because there are just Langwarrin people everywhere down there.
Yes, it is. That's definitely Mount Langwarrin.
It's a big recruiting area, this area, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well, how long would it have been since there's been a game here? Would it be 18 months?
No, so it would have been, it's about 560 days.
Okay, so it's a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
566 to be exact.
Oh, there you go.
Those are the words of our great producer there, Nipples.
The voice from the van.
Jeez, he's got a lot on his plate, Nipples doesn't he, with all the setting up of the equipment. And him and
geez,
BT doing a
just-
fantastic job.
Absolutely. Then we've got Lucky Phil on the camera as well. We're very lucky to have Lucky Phil back, Vossi. Oh, you like that one.
Why Phil's called Lucky? And I just, anyhow, that's probably another thing for another time. But but you always say Phil. His nickname's always Lucky.
Absolutely. But there are others, but this one's not. He's lucky.
Or the only one I can think of probably a little bit different was Fabulous Phil Carman. He was fabulous as opposed to lucky.
He wasn't lucky at all, Phil.
Boundary umpire throws the ball back into play. Macklin Rain ran straight went straight towards Big Red in the ruck contest. Didn't really go for the ball. Probably could have been a free kick to Big Red, not to be. It's taken there by Loney, a defensive hand pass back.
Dropping another ball there, Vossi. Just
short pass defence
attack. Needs some grippo, Craigo.
Needs to go to one hand.
Exactly, needs some grippo.
Kick towards half forward. And now they go towards full forward.
Chance
here. And not going to score a goal. In fact, the Langwarrin defence just seeing the ball through. Over the line for a rush behind. So 6-3-39, Seaford. I think it's 6-3-39, Seaford. 11-11-77, Langwarrin. We're 16 and a half minutes into the third quarter. Langwarrin have kicked 5 goals and Seaford have kicked 2 so far in the third quarter.
Dormer coming off for a spell for Langwarrin too, Vossi.
It's a kick by Herdman, who's kicked 3 goals. He's playing across half back at the moment. He managed to get the ball over, and now they can try and get the ball through, but unfortunately the Langwarrin player in Longley needed to apply a shepherd and to let his mate through, but he didn't do it, and the ball's over the line for boundary throw-in.
In Longley's defence, the ball was meant for Longley there, Vossi, and unfortunately Peach just getting it and running straight into him, nothing he could do.
So good tackle applied.
11-11. 77 Langwarrin plays Seaford 6-4-40, and we've played 17 and 20 in this third quarter.
Now they can go forward here by Doyle. It was towards full forward, and Walton wanting the free kick there. The umpire, he's paid deliberate.
He's paid deliberate. I'm not sure. I think that might have come off Walton's.
Out of bounds on the full.
I think exactly right, Sus. And you, with about 14 television screens in the van,
the decision
would have seen that.
15 television.
They paid deliberate.
15. So that was deliberate, but that's come off Walton's boot every day of the week.
He deliberately kicked it off his boot.
So has the snap at goal. It's gone to the near side. He's missed. So 6-5-41 plays at 11-11-77. So the margin is 36 points in favour of Langwarrin. And of course, games on tomorrow. You've got Sorrento versus Rosebud. You've got Crib Point versus Chelsea, and Hastings are playing Somerville.
Any more?
Got it right. No, it's still half time at the AFL. 9-6-60 the Bulldogs, Kangaroos 3-4-22.
Is there only 3 games played tomorrow?
Yeah, there's only 3 on tomorrow.
Yep.
Sorrento, Rosebud, Hastings, Somerville and Chelsea, Crib Point.
Reckon you'll get some big crowds tomorrow, especially if the weather's like this.
Tomorrow will be similar to today, and a bit of cloud cover and cooler temperatures Sunday.
It's a nature lover's paradise, a bird lover's paradise, this sort of weather. It just brings out your nature lovers, that's for sure. We love it.
Oh, that is good. You got a pair of binoculars there in your little nesting box.
Probably that comb of his that he's got. Yeah, that flip out of that.
There's an opportunity for Seaford. They run towards attacking 50. And now a quick kick towards the pocket looking for Walton. He goes around, he tries to get the ball over, but that is a quick kick and the mark has been taken by Harkness. Who goes out now, they've got
a paddock,
50 metres now, they try and bridge the gap here, but the kick goes down towards the half back line. The mark has been taken by Mark Bagley.
Goes inbound.
He goes in short. Do you reckon they'll give Baggers a Powerade share or something like they do in the AFL for the first game back at your club?
No.
No, you don't reckon they'll do that?
No. There's lots of jetty roads just over my left-hand shoulder, though, that are in wheelbarrows full of ice.
Okay, so it'll be a jetty road over. I should have realised that.
Although there's the cordial, the Big Macca's cordial bucket down there, so that could go on him. Who knows?
They're looking good at the moment here, Langwarrin. They're 36 points in front.
We are lucky enough to have Josh Beard on the Toe Punt Football Show tomorrow. So if you want to get a wrap from the coach following today's game, tune in from 9 to 10:30.
With his,
yeah, look,
appraisals, isn't he?
As we were saying, Craigo, he's the highest education you can get. You've known as a doctor. I reckon he's a doctor of our great game.
Holding the ball. I was just looking at the fixture there. Seaford's first game at home is not due until the first. Now, obviously, we spoke to Phil in the pre-match, the vice president.
Yes.
And they've got to raise money and equip the rooms and all that sort of stuff before they can get in there. But that first game. They're scheduled to play Quid Point on that 1st of May.
Shot on goal, out of bounds. Oh, still in play. Mark's been taken for Langwarrin. No, for Seaford.
Short pass out of defence.
We'll have two Spectrums tomorrow, won't we? We'll have Beardy, who's running away with it at the moment, but geez, Aaron Pacey's Tyab.
The Yabs down at Yabby Park.
Could do with a bit of work down there at the moment.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting, Sus, to get Az's take on what went wrong. Was it, in fact, the Tyab Football Club, or are Rye just humming along? It'll be interesting to talk to him on the Topun Football Show live tomorrow from 9 o'clock.
And is Aaron coming in too?
Yes.
Yes, Az is in.
So they're both in.
Yes.
So there's no mixing words. They're fronting up tomorrow, which is good.
Yep.
There's an opportunity now for Peach. He goes in short. Marcus taking there at centre half forward. Plays just sort of down a little bit. Players are just absolutely spent out there. We're not quite at three-quarter time.
I was thinking the same thing, Craigo. It's they look pretty cooked, and it's almost... It's 22 minutes played in the third. It's almost looking like it's 22 minutes of the fourth, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're very both sides have been struggling a bit the last 5 or so minutes.
Yeah.
Quite right. It's hasn't got scrappy.
Oh,
it's just slowed down.
Yeah, no, it has slowed down, and,
yeah.
and rightfully so. Both teams have to still be aggressive at the football and penetrate the scoreboard. But yeah, play has slowed down.
A high kick.
That is a beautiful kick
Sullivan.
of the footy. It's got the journey. 60-metre kick. Great goal there.
That looked like it was going towards the right post, and it just took a little turn there, and that was a beautiful kick.
I'm not sure who kicked that, Vossi. Did you?
That was Sullivan.
Sullivan.
Yeah.
More and more people with a taste for quality are shopping at Eliza Meats. Kevin and his lean team pride themselves on the finest cuts. It's all at Eliza Meats. See our sponsor Kevin at Eliza Meats, 112B Mount Eliza Way, a station sponsor.
Lean cuts of meat.
They pride themselves in their finest cuts.
Beautiful meat too. Eliza Meats.
Magnificent, isn't it?
And one lucky player will be taking away a fairly sizable meat tray.
Yeah, it is
today
sizable.
as well.
They fit like a turkey in it. I've never seen anything like it.
12-11-83. Remembering Seaford kicked the first 2 goals of the third quarter, and Langwarrin have kicked the last 6. Big Red's got it. How he'd love to kick a goal. He cuts it. He just puts that up high. That went higher than the light towers, I reckon. That's how high that kick went. It went inside attacking 50. The umpire says I'm going to ball it up. And our players will be very happy when this game's over. Langwarrin next week. Oh, what a game next Saturday. Langwarrin versus Somerville short pass.
Yeah, absolutely. Two powerhouses of Division 2.
And Seaford play Mornington, and that's another Mornington home game.
I saw Mornington play Rosebud in a practice match. Yeah, I don't hold much hopes for Mornington after that performance, so hopefully things can turn around.
Well, they've had a big win today.
They have. A win they would have needed in Division to start Division 2, their Division 2 campaign off.
And hopefully the crowds might start coming back to Mornington.
A big cheerio to the big Sus, Lockie Susovich on 50 games today.
50 games, wasn't it?
Games.
And then Big Jackson called it to
150.
150 today, or was it 100 Sus?
No,
was it
150.
150 it was, you're right.
Sus, there were 6 debutants for Mornington today.
Yes. A couple of out-of-towners and a couple of locals. Which
Bryce Dinger was another one that was playing for them this afternoon.
Bryce Dinger from Noble Park and, believe it or not, from Pearcedale.
Yes.
Originated from Pearcedale. So went over to Noble Park and then shot down to Mornington.
So kick goes in short. It's just playing out time here to 3/4 time.
Oh!
Both sides looking for their drink bottles. That's a good tackle,
Absolutely
really good tackle.
Fantastic tackle.
That'll make the highlight reel, that one.
By Biggs there. That was what a fantastic tackle by Biggs.
It was like the great train robber Ronnie Biggs. He just came around from the side and just nailed his opponent.
He's a whippet. And he's strong. Brought him to ground, no worries whatsoever.
Langwarrin looking very, very strong at the moment.
Like a lion to a antelope, Vossi. Just preyed on him. He got the pill.
Seaford's first
hunted him.
Seaford's first 4 games according to the schedule all the way. Obviously today morning to
Quick
next week.
kick out of the ruck by Norton. Sees it
Chelsea
go through for a minor.
How he'd love to kick a goal.
12-13-84. Langwarrin plays Seaford 6-5-41.
Long kick out of fullback out towards centre half back. Big Red went the knockout of the Macklin Rains hands. Good tackle once again. Just stopped his opponent.
Yeah, no, good call, umpire.
It was a good tackle. Was there prior opportunity, you think?
Yeah, I think there was, because he actually took the ball and then turned to take the tackle. If you can turn to take the tackle, you can hand pass it.
And Matthews kicked 3 goals in this quarter, and he's continuing on his fine work in this third quarter as the kick goes over towards his teammate there in Smythe, who goes out towards centre half forward. They can go on and they maybe get one more goal there just before 3/4 time. We've played 27 minutes.
I think, Crago, this is where Seaford are going wrong. They're not plugging the holes. They're not manning up when there's short kicks inside 50.
So Andrew Arthur goes in short, looking there for his teammate there in Sullivan, who drops the mark. Ball on the ground, a chance for Seaford to clear. Rayson's got it. He goes to the kick out towards half back. Mark has been taken.
Sullivan will be dirty on himself, Fossey. One of the young under-19s players playing up for Langwarrin today.
Working their way round the centre wing, far side of the ground here, Seaford. They go with a bounce. They go with a long kick. And that is 3/4 time. So at 3/4 time in the match today, it is a 43-point lead to Langwarrin. We'll be back after the break to tell you all about it. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula Football.
Do you have TV antenna or reception issues? Need to wall mount your TV or data points? Then talk to TV Magic, Frankston and the Peninsula. TV Magic are your local TV and antenna specialist. We look after everything: TV, home theatre, satellite, plus all electrical work. Visit us at tvmagic.com.au or contact Clint for a free quote on 0484 395 555. TV Magic. We make your TV problems disappear. A station sponsor.
More and more people with a taste for quality are shopping at Eliza Meats. Kevin and his lean team pride themselves on the finest cuts, from juicy steaks and roasts to high-grade mince and sausages. And Eliza Meats are the gourmet specialists. Inquire about Eliza Meats Spitfire. Phone 9787 4473 for a mouth-watering meal fit for a king. It's all at Eliza Meats. See our sponsor Kevin at Eliza Meats, 112B Mount Eliza Way, a station sponsor.
When your future feels uncertain, it's time to ask for help. Bendigo Bank has been helping our customers through tough times for over 160 years. If you're a Bendigo Bank customer, talk to us about ways we can help you through this one. We have financial assistance packages available, so don't wait. Visit our website or contact your local Bendigo Bank branch. Together, we'll see you through to better times. Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
A station sponsor.
RPP broadcasting 24/7.
Last week on Scrambled Eggs, this happened. Amy, what have you got planned for the rest of the week?
I started to do some study. Yeah.
So can we ask what you're studying?
Psychological anthropology.
I'm learning to juggle. So now there's the difference. That's why this works so well. So tune in every Wednesday and Thursday, 6 o'clock till 9. Scrambled Eggs, love it.
And welcome back to Lloyd Park here in Langwarrin, where we're seeing Langwarrin take on Seaford. Michael, just another beverage for you. Good to see. Just hydrating on this Good Friday. Make sure it is Good Friday and the Royal Children's Hospital appeal is currently on. I will see if I can get a tally total for you.
Pretty apt that. Share a cake with a larrikin. I'm looking at him right now.
As of hopefully 6 o'clock, a running total for the Good Friday appeal, of course, give so they may grow. If you can spare a couple of bucks, couple of cents, whatever it is, it all goes to the Royal Children's Hospital and predominantly their research team and vital pieces of equipment, Crago.
Well, you can see how important research is with what's happened with COVID.
Yeah.
In the last 12 months, how vital it is for our scientists. to be getting on top of the various diseases and problems that our kids face. So,
exactly, and I think that's true to the point where they've been able to do, Craigo, what no one expected them to do with a COVID vaccine. To have something like that up and running within 12 months is exceptional. It really is, and that's because of charities and funds like the Good Friday Appeal and the research that is able to go into that and do amazing things.
I think people often say, what would you do if you were Prime Minister for a day or were able to do it? I think I'd make sure that researchers and hospitals and charity groups weren't having to put their hands out to the community all the time, because then if governments can do that, the communities can, like we've seen here today.
Yep.
Will come out and support their local community groups and clubs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just quick update on Western Bulldogs 10-7-67 and the Pearl Roos 3-5-23, 7 minutes into the third quarter.
Vossi, Langwarrin looking very, very strong in that third quarter. Just quickly, some goal scorers, thanks to Ray, White, Frankston, Herdman with 3, Matthew with 3. What a great performance in the third quarter from Matthew. Baggers with Bagley, of course, with 2. Dormer with 2. Singles to Sullivan and Whitford. For Seaford, we've got Walton with 2, Scully with 2, singles to both Ravenhall and Ravenhall, my apologies, and Philippone with a single.
And I think sitting here and having listened to you guys talk, particularly Vossi, over the last couple of years, you'd be very pleased with the goal kicking today. They've been kicking straight on most occasions.
Langwarrin missed a few in the first quarter, but they were certainly much better at that in that quarter. They kicked 6-2, I think, in that quarter short pass, and they were very, very good. And it nearly cost Brisbane the game last night with Hugh McCluggage missing 2, and Joe Danaher missed one from about 12 metres, and basically had to hit the seat in front of us and hit probably where Josh Beard is standing. That's how much he missed it last night. But yeah, it is something that needs to improve. Unfortunately, it's the one thing in football that has not improved. The fitness of the players, they're quicker, they're faster, they're stronger, but they're not better goal kickers.
We spoke to Boris, the Pearsdale coach, last week, Michael, at the pre-game show, thanks to Bendigo Bank, and we talked about hairstyles and haircuts. It's questionable here today. It's questionable. It's not too outlandish.
Mark Bagley's put a little bit of effort in. Just had a nice trim before he gets up for his first game.
Baggers is looking good, and young right in front, Sullivan, of course, the 19s player, looks like he's got a short sides, definitely not short back. They missed out on that.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Brian,
of course, the lead singer of the Bee Gees, Brian Gibbs, very disappointed in the hairstyles as the players disperse the deck of what is a beautiful looking Lloyd Park.
Just a reminder, folks, that we'll be crossing to Ross Woodward on Mission Impossible after the end of the footy.
Like, exactly. So is he going to commentate the movie, or what? Tell us about Mission Impossible, not the movie, about the program coming up next.
It's a great show. Ross does music, movies, all sorts of things.
Oh, I like it.
On Friday nights.
It's only round 1 short pass, but Langwarrin can make a bit of a statement here. If they win this by, they're 40-odd points in front now. If they win this by 10 or 11 goals, they can make a real statement round 1.
Suss called it last week, thought that Devon was going to come out and go whack, whack, whack. They didn't quite. I think that Langwarrin will here. If Seaford are able to get a couple quick ones, then it's not going to blow out too bad. But I reckon Langy to bring it home strong.
Here's John with what Beatty had to say out in the ground.
Alright, boys. Beatty said, "Don't let the momentum slip." The big crowd here today means we are the real deal. We mean business. Let's show them this 30 minutes. We lowered our eyes that quarter. Let's continue that now. 1 quarter to go. Let's finish off the game.
So good tackle applied there for Langwarrin. They can go into attack. Ball comes back towards Biggs. Ball comes over the top. Bagley's got it. He runs to 40. Mark Bagley. He goes long and he goes off target.
Just pulling it left there, Vossi, off the boot. Just a little helicopter kick. Didn't look convincing off the boot.
He's been very good today, Baggers.
He has been very, very good for the Langwarrin Football Club. Broomhead.
He's been in and out of the game, hasn't he?
Yeah, look, he has. There's been a few possessions, but I've got to be honest with you, Craig, I stopped sort of following him early.
So mark taken by Macklin Rain, who goes in short. He's got his teammate there, and Harvey who's got it.
This is better for Seaford. Just possession footy, clean.
So he goes towards half forward with the kick. And standing in front there is Ravenall, who takes the mark. He's looking for someone to link up with at attacking 50. He goes to the high kick. No mark taken. Ball on the ground. Quick kick is smothered. Now a high kick out of defence. It was there by Longley. It was out towards half forward. It's a good kick. It's taken there by Whitford, who has kicked one goal this afternoon. He goes towards full forward. Off the hands of the pack. Still an opportunity for Langy. They will go back and have the shot. They stopped. They could have taken the advantage. The umpire said, well, if you stop, I won't pay the advantage.
Some fantastic vision coming from, of course, our two cameramen, just with the crew getting all the boys from obviously the 19s and the reserves getting behind the goals to watch this one sail through. As Vossi just said, 50-metre penalty paid to young Sullivan, a young 19s player, as he just strolls in and kicks another major, and he walks up to the crowd and says, how do you like that? Early on in the fourth, fantastic effort by Sullivan there as the boys all get around him. There is no one left in any other part of the ground other than there.
He's been very good today, Sullivan.
Yeah,
too.
Look, he has. I reckon he's just earned himself a spot next week, Craigo, that's for sure.
I reckon
he's
there've
been
been a few,
very, very good.
I reckon there's been a few jetty roads consumed behind that goal up there.
Oh, there is no question about that. There is. I don't think there's any non-alcoholic Jetty Road beer here. Vossi, thank you very much, Norm.
You're a good man, Norm, yep.
I think Norm's going to come dressed as the fat lady very, very shortly, I reckon.
Margin is 50 points here in the match of the day. It is a very good performance by this Langwarrin side, who were preliminary finalists 2 years ago. And of course, Red Hill have gone up, and Coringal have lost Mark Holt, and he was their major man a couple of years ago. So this Langwarrin side, I think, might be the side to beat this year. Short pass, and I did say that last week.
Yeah, you did say that, and I think you're right in saying so too, Vossi. And look, it's really is a great club, and to have 27 points within the player points scheme. All 1 point players. It means a lot for a club. Really does. As 50-metre penalty has been. Sorry, Vossi. 15-metre penalty has been paid. Looks like it's going to. I can't quite pick up that player there.
Short pass, and the mark has been taken by Bagley. He runs to half forward. Goes with a beautiful kick.
Laces out.
And the mark has been taken.
Throat.
Is that taken? I think that might be. Is it Painenberg who's got it over there?
I think it might be. He's been quiet today, Painenberg.
He's going to have the shot nevertheless, but you'd always see at least one Langwarrin side in the final. So and usually all three in recent times, I suppose, as well.
Just misses to the near side.
Kick to full forward and one behind. So 13-14-92. Play 6-5-41. Margin is 51 points here. Well, live thanks to the Bendigo Bank.
Biggs off for a short break. Pardon the pun.
And we've got some great sponsors, Craigo.
Certainly have, and Bendigo Bank, of course, presenting our match of the day today. And, of course, we've got Chic on board. And our new sponsor is
TV Magic.
TV Magic, looking after all your installs and audio-visual needs on the peninsula.
There's a short pass, and the mark has been taken at centre half back. My TV Magic's created when I cast something from my phone to my TV. I reckon that's magical in itself. So I wonder what they could do for me. I reckon they could do a lot for my technological advancement in life, that's for sure.
That was a good kick in there for Seaford. Player coming off his marker and taking a good mark.
So Walton it is, who will go back for his third goal. And he will...
How much do you reckon Seaford need this, Vossi?
Oh, look, I think it's fair to say the fat lady's already sung.
Oh, Struth. 5 minutes played in the fourth quarter.
And if you want to be politically correct, you could say the fat man as well.
What about...
a goal to Walton, so that's his third.
What about the fat gender neutral?
But at least the golden daytime is still the daytime ice cream.
I told you. I was going to sponsor the biggest...
For TV or data points, then call TV Magic Frankston and the Peninsula. Call Clint for a free quote on 0484 395 555. TV Magic, we make your TV problems disappear. Station sponsor.
I'll put it this way. Don't get me started about the bloody golden gay time. They'll flip tables.
Still one of the best ice creams.
Not wrong. Absolutely not wrong. Gay was gay way before it was gay. So move on and stop with the crap. Anyway, back to the football.
Long kick towards centre half forward. Ball on the ground. A chance now for Langwarrin to clear. They get the hand pass out. The umpire, no, the umpire's I thought the umpire had blown a whistle there.
No, it was. There was an advantage. Free kick.
Short pass and the marker's been taken there in the centre of the ground and they can go here. Langwarrin, they go towards Painenberger. Couldn't take the mark. Ball on the ground. A chance for Peach. He goes to the kick towards full forward. Does Blake Peach and the ball bounces off target and through for a behind.
Michael, who kicked that last goal for Seaford, please?
That was Walton.
That was Walton. Thank you very much. Sorry I missed that. I was up and about Golden Gate times.
Long kick out of defence. Damien Racing takes the mark. He's been pretty good, Racing.
He's tried hard all day.
He's a big name recruit from a couple of years ago, and he's still at the club, and it got a fair way to go if they're going to be catching Langwarrin at this stage, because Langwarrin are well in control of this match. As the kick is at half forward, it's picked up by the man who really did set the tone. Even though he's playing in the back line. By Hamill it was. He goes out toward the kick goes out now towards the far side of the ground. They can go once again. A kick towards centre wing has been marked there for Seaford. They can play on. Go towards centre half forward. I'm losing it here, Fan Income. I'm absolutely losing it. And you know why. Short pass. There's a short pass and the mark has been taken by Ravenhall.
It's that French bulldog again, listeners.
Like I said, it's a bird lover's paradise here this afternoon. Got to admire what you see.
Good football is what I see, Michael.
Langwarrin going to be
a big crowd is what I see, Michael.
That next week, that Langwarrin Somerville game, that is huge.
Yeah, it is.
Even though it's only round 2.
It's the derby, really, isn't it? Has 50 metres been paid? Smythe against Smythe, I believe.
So Ravenhall will go back and kick an easy goal. This will be the 8th goal on the board, and his second for the afternoon, or for the evening, I should say.
There's still plenty of football to be played. Seaford need to get up and about as he easily slots that through for Seaford's 8th. Get around him.
You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
And technological innovation into all of its televisions, fridges and freezers. Chic are proud of their history. Just ask their millions of satisfied customers worldwide. Chic, a station sponsor.
And we are back at Langwarrin, 14-15, 99 to Langwarrin, playing 5-53 Seaford, 9:35 into the fourth quarter, and the Bulldogs 20-minute mark of the third quarter, 13-8, 86, Kangaroos 3-8, 26.
The officiators, Craig, I think, had to retrieve that
went into the tree
pill from the from the netball courts, I think, or maybe from Oval 3, as the umpire throws the ball up once again.
Macklin Rain, former YCW ruckman, he got the ball down. Quick kick forward for Langwarrin inside attacking 50, going back. Was Mackie trying to get to the ball. Bagley's got it. He tries to turn around and get the spinning around hand pass happening, not to be. They lock the ball in now. Quick kick. That is off target to the near side. To the far side, I should say, the near side where the player kicked it. Through from behind. So Langwarrin have cracked the ton. 14, 16, 100. Seaford are 7, 8, 5, 53. And that is thanks to the Bendigo Bank. We're live here this afternoon.
If you're able to get on one of our many streams of vision, we are getting amazing footage right now as the sun is slowly going down.
It is just a beautiful scene. You can look at,
really
look at the picture. It's all the cars around the people. Some might say it's stimulating, short pass.
It is stimulating.
There's an opportunity now for
much better
racing.
Seaford.
It goes towards full forward. Going back was Walton. He couldn't take the mark and the ball is over the line.
Oh, jeez. I thought he'd kept that in, Vossi, and then was able to play on, but not the case. Just going over Walton's head.
Seaford looked good when they moved the ball.
Yep, spot on.
Very good when they moved the ball.
Yep. I was thinking the exact same thing, Craigo. When they move the ball quick, they tend to catch Langwarrin offside and turn their opponents around, and generally ends up in an entry at the least.
So ball at the top of the Seaford goal square. Langwarrin just trying to knock the ball through, and they do. So the ball goes through for one behind 8, 6:54, plays 14, 16, 100. We've played 12 minutes in the last quarter.
Norm, just, of course, the president of the Langwarrin Football Club, just finding a perch directly in front of us.
The words evening walk in the park come to mind. Is that what comes to mind for you, short pass?
That's what, yep, he may or may not have mentioned that. But, of course, that's easy to say when you're serving beer out of the beer tent. I reckon Langwarrin have had it tough today. They Seaford, their opponents, a very, very strong team, and they're only going to get better as the weeks go on. Mark my words.
As I said, round one you can get blown out, but you'll find it's the strength of the side to see how the sides that have been thumped today. And I'm talking about Tyre, but I'm talking about Seaford, and I'm talking about who else am I talking about? Edafale and who else got beaten today? The sides Coringle. To see how these sides come back next week.
Mark taken inside 54 Seaford. Of course, taking that. He hasn't taken many today.
Zanecki.
Was Zanecki.
He's been a bit quiet, Zanecki, the last couple of quarters.
Yeah, he has. I think those few drop chest marks, Crago, have got him a bit offside, but he puts that one. Oh, oops, touched on the line. No, it's still in play.
It is still in play now.
Taken
It's
over
over
the line.
8-7-55 plays 14, 16, 100.
Not executing their opportunities, Crago, unfortunately. They're, I'm not sure if you're taking inside.
Yeah, they've had they've had 7 inside 50s this quarter.
Yep.
So to Langwarrin's 4.
So they have had opportunities. Langwarrin's defence still working extremely hard this late in the fourth quarter, as you would expect. Both.
Have you seen the contest between Macklin Rain and the Big Red today?
Look, it's. I think it's been a little bit, I suppose, two very different players, as Mark's been taken by Smythe deep in their defensive zone.
Between the goal and the point post. Yeah, so the contest between Norton and Macklin.
Yeah, so look, I mean, Norton's a mobility ruckman, so he gets around the ground. He's clearly done that today. I was very serious in my mention of him dropping some weight, and he's looking very, very, very fit. So he's that utility ruckman that they can move around, where Macklin is not so. But they definitely look for him when they're coming out, not as much as Big Red.
Meggs has a shot and misses. His nickname would be Ginger, surely.
Yes.
Would have to be.
Ginger Meggs, do you think?
I said earlier that Big Red hadn't had the physical contact for 18 months, and he just loves getting out there and just making contact with players.
He's a physical player.
He loves to make his mark on the opposition. And football's back in a big way, and the scenes here prove it. It is a beautiful evening. Free kick in that marking contest. It's going to go here to Langwarrin. And the player with the ball is your man, Mitch.
Oh.
Have you seen his game this afternoon?
Oh, look, he really is, I believe, the general in they're in their defensive zone. Vossi, he's the man they look to. They listen to him, and he's definitely not all Australian, but he's all Peninsula fullback, I reckon. He's a jet. He's Mitch Cuthbert. I think he's had a cracking game.
So Langwarrin looking to play on and getting around the tackle and having the shot and out of bounds. And the ball was Mulvogue. So 16 minutes played in the last quarter. Just a reminder, tomorrow 9 till 10:30. It's back. Louder than ever.
That is the Toe Punt Football Show. Of course, on behalf of my great brother, who pretty much started all this caper along with you, Vossi, 32 odd years ago, in name of course, Toe Punt, the man himself. Love presenting that on a Saturday morning for you all. We're having Josh Beard, of course, live in studio. We're having Aaron Pacey, of course, from down at Yabby Central, Tyab coach.
I reckon the greatest 5 minutes we've ever had on that show, certainly at the time I was working with him and panelling the show, I reckon the greatest 5 minutes was when that joke was told by the great Tony Blackford, that joke about the dog. And
I told you last week it's not a joke.
Well,
it actually happened to him.
He told the story.
He told the story.
He told the story, and I reckon that was the greatest 5 minutes of show.
I just remember there was, wasn't quite dead air because all you could hear was laughing for at least 7 minutes.
We were in tears.
And once you start laughing in those situations,
I know, it's like school when you're back at school, isn't it? And you get the giggles, and your mate just keeps just like, and then you start going.
Is that Bagley with the ball again?
That is Baggers with the ball as he takes.
It's not Bagley.
It's not? No, it's not either.
No.
Is that Painenborg?
Could be.
No, it's not. I've got a feeling that's young Mulvogue.
Well, they're going for their 15th goalie, Langwarrin. 18 minutes into the last quarter, they're 46 points in front. Probably could be a little bit further in front. 31 shots to 15. Has shot a goal. And has put it through for a goal. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Or reception issues? Need to warm up your TV or data points? Then call TV Magic Frankston and the Peninsula. Call Clint for a free quote on 0484 395 555. TV Magic, we make your TV problems disappear. Station sponsor.
Just here. We're just trying to pick up that player there, number 22. And it was Mulvogue.
So
good spotting.
Thank you. One of the young under-19s players already played a couple of quarters this morning and played in a losing side to only come and play for the seniors and what will more than likely be a winning side. So well done, Mulvogue, playing up.
Was that a tackle too high? No, said the umpire. They play on and they go towards centre half forward. The mark's been taken by Painenberg.
Speak of the man. Not only 30 seconds ago, Painenberg been a little bit quiet, but has his chance to kick his first late in the game.
Pace of the game's just slow, just a little bit.
Yeah, very much so. It did last week too, Craigo. Both, of course, Pearsdale had no choice, but definitely Neil Craig asked his players just to slow the pace down and play possession football.
Painenberg has a shot. It's a floating, mongrel-looking kick, but it is effective. It goes through for a goal, and the Langwarrin supporters, they're on the back of the one-tonner there, and they're just about to break it, I reckon.
Yeah.
There's about 10 of them on the back there, and they're all jumping up and down.
It's a Hilux, mate. It won't break. I'll give you the red hot tip.
All right. So that was Painenberg who kicked his first goal.
Mornington Toyota, if you're listening.
Just a reminder, Ross Woodward on after the footy with Mission Impossible. So we'll be crossing to him straight from Lloyd Park.
19, nearly 20 minutes played in this fourth quarter. 16-17, 1-1-3. Plays Seaford, 8-7, 55. You would say that the game is over with the fat lady well and truly singing up and about. Cheers.
I've got you and her on good terms.
Oh, we are. We know each other well.
The same thing would be happening at Marvel Stadium too. The Bulldogs 15-10, 100.
It's all over.
Kangaroos 38-26.
Looking
good tackle
very
applied. The umpire says it's going to be holding the ball. Yeah, Kangaroos are going to be in for a very long season.
Well, it's been a very long season for about 3 seasons now.
50-metre penalty paid in that contest.
No, I'm not trying to take the P155 on that either. It's just
no.
The new coach, the young side, the smaller bodies. Short pass mark taken by Rayson. He goes towards centre half forward now with a quick kick. Inside attacking 50, but the Langwarrin defence will win out once again. And they do. Kick out towards half-back mark taken by, I think that's Peach out there, who goes in short. Down the line towards half-forward. Taken by Fisher. Over the top went the ball. The umpire still letting play go on. I thought it might have gone out, but not to be. Still, they go down towards attacking 50. And the ball will trek towards the line and go over for a boundary throw. And we're right in the last few minutes of this game. Langwarrin up by 58 points and what has been a very, very impressive display, boys.
Vossi, correct me if I'm wrong, but there is no question that Joshy Beard and Blake, the Snake McCormack, are going to want them to put their boys to put the absolute pedal down, because it's going to be a close competition this year and percentage is going to mean a lot, I think, come round 18.
Well, right now, Langwarrin's percentage is over 200. Be about 210, I reckon, 205, 210 right now.
So, as far as they're concerned, they're looking very relaxed down there on the boundary line, but keep going, I reckon, is what the message is.
And truth be honest, they've missed shots and they've kicked a few out in the full. They probably should be 70 or 80 points in front.
Yeah, no question about that.
There's an opportunity now for Mulvo. Gets the ball over towards his teammate there. Whitford, who goes in short. They play on once again. Mulvo goes and gets it now. He goes in short towards the top of the goal square.
What a beautiful kick.
He was within his rights, 30 metres out from goal to go for goal there.
Yeah.
He did the unselfish thing. He passed it over to a teammate who now has got the opportunity to score a goal.
Middle of the...
What was that?
Some dark distant voice from the van.
You're right there. You're right. You're right there, Sus. As he sets sail from 40, kicking a goal. Beautiful goal kick there by... Who was that, Michael? Can't see.
Chic is blending contemporary design and technological innovation into all of its televisions, fridges and freezers. Chic are proud of their history. Just ask their millions of satisfied customers worldwide. Chic, a station sponsor.
Welcome back here to Langwarrin, and they are just driving the nail in here a little bit more in round one. I know it's a long season, but 17-17, 119 to 8-7-55 is a big, big win for the... And it was, okay, it was Matt Pannenberg.
Kicking his second for the day. Interestingly enough, Bagley has just come back on for the Langwarrin Football Club 2 Vossi, so obviously wants to celebrate with the boys for the first time in 2021.
Yeah, I reckon he's going to get a jetty road put over his head by the end of the game. There you go. That's my prediction. And there's a kick towards full forward. There's a mark.
Lux of fortune. Big Red Norton just spirals one down about 50 metres. Finding
Sean Herdman, who kicked 3 goals in the first half.
Herdman's had a day out today.
Boys, we've got a tough task to come up with a player of the day for Eliza Meats too.
We'll have a chat about that when the game's over and when we're at an ad break. But at the moment, we're at the last couple of minutes, so I'm guessing we're going to hold here until the end. It's 18-17, 125, in fact, to 8-7-55. So the margin is 70 points, and that's Sean Herdman's 4th goal.
It is Sean Herdman's 4th goal. He's had a day out today, Herdman, as their biggest goal scorer for this match. Vossi?
Yes, he's been a very good player this afternoon.
Just some quick goal scorers. We will go through these at the end of the day. But Shannon Herdman, the man we just said, with the 4 majors. Matthew with 3. Bagley 2. Painenborg 2. Dormer 2.
Sullivan 2.
Sullivan 2.
Sullivan 2.
Thank you. And then singles to Mulvogue and Whitford. And then for Seaford, Ravenhall with 2, Walton with 3, Ravenhall with 2, Scully with 2, and Philippone with just 1.
There's another centre break for Langwarrin. They go towards Painenberg at centre half forward once again. He wasn't really in that contest. Ball comes out. Fisher's got it. A hand pass and they can clear here, Seaford. They go with 2 bounces. They go over the top. They've got the loose man overlap taken by Rayson. Back towards his teammate there in Herbert, who goes towards half forward. And Ravenhall just a little bit behind his opponent there, and the umpire says, I'm going to throw it back into play.
Oh, Mitch Cuthbert just
cramping
on the ground, cramping up there. Looks like Craigo just really struggling with cramp late in this fourth quarter.
Needs the pickle juice.
Needs a salt lick. Needs something because he's on the deck. He's in a fair bit of pain.
Is that its main objective, just to get rid of cramp pickle juice?
Apparently so.
So there's no other objective in life. It's just to help sporting people get over cramp. Interesting.
Think of anything else to use it on, to be honest.
Like a dill pickle or like a gherkin?
Oh, I'm not too sure, actually.
It'd have to be a dill pickle. Oh, God, dill pickle.
Seaford might have the last say on this game, but good tackle applied. I think that might be by Bagley, actually, down there at the half-back.
Yeah, I think it is.
And the umpire says, I'm going to ball it up. We're 26 and a half minutes into the last quarter.
Bagger's just getting up. It was him, in fact, and Hamill, who's also had a day out today. He's been sensational.
70 points to margin.
Goes up in the ruck, Hamill. As Red just
picked up here by Herbert. Herbert, a quick kick for Seaford towards the pocket, has been marked here. I don't know why he's playing on, actually, but he does play on. He kicks the ball and misses. In fact, it's been kicked through or rushed through for a point. The player was Filipponi. And I don't think he needed to play on necessarily. I think the distance was covered for 15 metres, and I don't think it was touched off the boots. I don't know what he was doing there if that was the case. Kick towards half forward, Whitford. Oh, God, they're looking good here. This could be coast to coast. Sullivan, a kick towards full forward.
Oh, well done.
And just couldn't quite get the ball as he wanted there, and very good defence there for Seaford to knock the ball away was by Lachlan.
Lachlan, very, very good golden fist there. It was panic stations there, Vossi, but Lachlan just golden fist. Thanks to, of course, the great man, Spud Frawley. It's okay not to be okay.
So Siren about to go here. We're at 28 minutes into the last quarter. Langwarrin have kicked 6. They've kicked 6 in this last quarter, and Seaford have kicked 2. There is a siren. That won't be a goal because the umpire has said that is not going to be a goal because he kicked it after the siren well and truly. So there is the final siren, 18-17, 125 Langwarrin. They've beaten Seaford 8-8-56.
Convincingly, Michael.
Extremely convincing was the performance. We'll take a break. We'll talk about who's going to be the recipient of the great Eliza Meats, the lean meats from Eliza Meats.
Fine cuts.
The finest of cuts as well, yes indeed. We'll be back to tell you all about it after the break. You're listening to RWP, the voice of Peninsula Football.
Do you have TV antenna or reception issues? Need to warm up your TV or data points? Then call TV Magic Frankston and the Peninsula. Call Clint for a free quote on 0484 395 555. TV Magic, we make your TV problems disappear. Station sponsor.
Give us 2 ads.
And welcome back to Lloyd Park, where Langwarrin, thankfully for them and their supporters and everyone involved, are victors. 18-17, 125. Bet Seaford Football Club convincingly 8-8-56. Fantastic win by, of course, Langwarrin Football Club as they go in next week with their heads held very high, taking on Somerville. It's going to be an interesting day for them next week. Somerville are pegged to finish top 4. But what a fantastic win today by the Langwarrin Football Club and everyone involved, Vossi.
Yeah, we're not long to go in the broadcast, so I'll just go through the goal kickers quickly. Herdman kicked 4. We've got 3 to Matthew, 2 each to Sullivan, Pinenberg, Dormer and Bagley. They're the majors, and for Seaford it was 3 to Walton and 2 to Scully and 2 to Ravenhall. Who's going to get the meat tray, boys?
That's actually a flaming good question, I think. I've got some honourable mentions. I thought Bagley was sensational today. I don't know if he's the recipient, but I reckon he might also be. We haven't had much time to discuss who it's going to be. So if you boys, I'll just play some elevator music or something, and we can.
I'd agree. I think Bagley was very good all day.
Yeah, look, I thought Baggers. Yeah, he's kicked 2 goals. He was dominant when he was on the ball. He was.
Played up the ground and played in the middle.
Absolutely, he was all over the place. He had a spell there early on in the fourth quarter, but was able to come back on the ground and finish strongly with his team. Vossi, what are your thoughts, champ?
I thought Bagley played very well. I thought obviously Herdman had a very good game, and so did the man in defence, Nick Hamill, especially early. Nick Hamill was fantastic, setting up a lot.
I thought Nick Hamill was very, very good early as well, but then sort of dropped off, I think, in by half time. So we can't really. What do you reckon?
I'd be happy to give it to Bagley.
Yep. Okay, yep. Bagley it is. Bagley is the round 1, I suppose, recipient of the Eliza Meats, thanks to Kev and the team at Eliza Meats. So he'll be receiving the meat tray. We will be in touch with the Langwarrin Football Club around organising for him to go and collect his meat tray. It's in the van. It's in the van.
In the esky, a very big
esky. Struth, it's in the van.
Well, we better get a photo of this then.
Yeah. You just want a photo with Baggers, don't you?
No, I think you do.
No, I don't.
All right, so that's it for us. Just a reminder, tomorrow on the RPP Toe Punt Football Show, we're live at 9 o'clock. We've got Aaron Pacey, we've got Josh Beard, and there's plenty of volatility as well.
We've also got Neil Craig for a post-match interview that we did after the game on Saturday. Devon Meadows versus Pearcedale Vossi. So that's a very, very interesting sort of retake on what was I thought a pretty good game last week. So a very, very exciting Toe Punt Football Show live from the Bendigo Bank studio in Mornington from 9 to 10:30.
Thanks to Sus, thanks to BT, thanks to Phil. We're out of here. You've been listening and watching RPP, the voice of Peninsula Football.
Collaboration. For 33 years. With the country's best technology. On April 2nd, 2021. This is where MPNFL happens. RPP FM. The voice of Peninsula Football.